to do another collective energy reading. Hold up. Got to grab this card that fell. So, I'm gonna start this stream off a little different. Alright. So, pretty much I was doing like readings. I had probably did like 2 readings. One of them fell behind my desk, and then one of them fell on the side of my bed. So I got to like, straightening up my room and stuff like that, and I found them. And I felt like that was significant because I also found a oracle card. So the first oracle card is my alone feels so good. I'll only have you if you're sweeter than my solitude. So it's a lot of energy of reciprocation, self-sufficiency, peace, tranquility, and harmony. Okay? Hey. And then one of the cards that fell is Ace of Swords, and then the Chariot card. So these 2 cards are very significant because it's given the energy of someone as to where you are very focused on your self-sufficiency. So you could have dealt with codependency issues in the past to where it's like certain things will happen and it would just like affect your emotions like in a negative way, right? And it seems as though your ambition has led to some type of breakthrough or leading to some type of breakthrough for you. And I feel like it's very significant. And it's mainly because there's a heavy energy of reciprocation, especially with the individuals that you could currently be working with or whoever could be coming towards you, right? So I'm going to go through, set up my cards. This one popped out. So we got past, present, and future. So I'll go ahead and read some past, present, and future energy on how it could be influencing what you're doing now, what you're going towards, what you're allowing to come towards you, because it's definitely that energy of like it's about you and what you want. I'm talking to someone as to where you have a lot of control over what happens to you, happens around you with your home, especially with that self-sufficiency energy. Any other messages for the collective? Whoa. All right, so I got 3 questions for stop, start, and continue. So these are the 2 spreads that I'm going to do. What you should stop doing, start doing, continue doing, and then your past, present, and future energy on how that's affecting you at this time. And then I'm going to pull a few oracles. Then we're going to go into these spreads with tarot, okay? So on one card, we have Divine Feminine. And then the other oracle is someone is talking shit. Okay, so there definitely could be some words being spread. Yeah, the Magician card popped out when I split the deck. So I could be talking to a Divine Feminine that is heavily manifesting at this time. And that would make sense, Okay, confirmation. All right, you are really enjoying this journey that you on. And it's like someone is watching like the steps that you're taking, and they could be saying things. So I'm gonna read these 2 and I'm gonna do these 2 spreads. So the first one, since I pulled it first, I'm gonna do past, present, and future energy. So I'm gonna do that first, and then after that I'll do what you should stop doing, start doing, and continue doing. All right. Past, present, future. All right, so for the past energy, we got 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so when it comes to how the things that individuals had did to you in the past and pretty much how it goes into the now is that you've gained a lot of confidence in yourself. For someone, there could have been something that happened to you in the past, right? Like maybe you went through scarcity or something very heartbreaking, something that really got down on your confidence at one point in time. But the lesson that you had learned in that was to be confident within yourself. And then for someone, it was to go towards something that is going to lead to a lot of this abundance for you. Okay, with the present energy, we got 9 of Swords. So in the present, there could be individuals that are around you that are triggering these anxieties and fears that are within you. Okay, so pretty much it's definitely given that energy of, it could be individuals that could be watching your profile, and that could be the thing that's making you anxious, because you're trying to, it's not like you're trying to figure out who's watching you, but it seems as though you want to know who's watching you so you could just release them, right? Like whoever's a monitoring spirit, who's not wishing the best, right? Whoever's not putting out that high vibrational energy, right? And then for the future energy, we got the Death card. So for your future, these steps that you're taking is leading to your new beginnings. When it comes to cutting out the individuals that are like kind of fostering that anxiety, you know, making those fears come up in you. And it's definitely giving with fears, is given like codependencies. Like maybe you could be afraid to start new beginnings because you're afraid of like that codependent energy coming forward. Okay, that energy kind of came up super strong. So it's definitely giving like, when you start to focus on your confidence, you're focusing on your victories, you're focusing on how great something can be, that anxiety, that voice or whatever, that's gonna start to fade. Okay, but you do have to push forward with what you're doing, because sometimes anxiety is, you could use it as a push forward. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't let your anxiety keep you stuck. Don't let your fears keep you stuck. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm going to pull 3 cards for stop, start, continue. So it's going to be like, what can you stop doing, what you're going to start doing, and what you're going to continue to do. Okay? So for someone, we got Page of Pentacles for stop. So someone has a new person that has came into their life and they're confusing you. You're being called to stop, get away from whoever that is, especially for someone that has you in that energy as to where you're ruminating. You're constantly thinking about what's going on. Like, you know, that individual that leaves a question in your mind. That's the individual that you're going to stop being around. You know, stop sharing your energy with. All right. And then we have start with 4 wands, and that that pretty much piggyback off of that Page of Pentacles energy, right? When it comes to, you're going to start to appreciate the harmony in your life, the things that are harmonious. You know what I'm saying? You're not focusing on what's not harmonious. You're focusing more on the things that are working for you. Okay. Especially when it comes to these new beginnings. And when we have the continue, 4 cups came out. So it's definitely giving any situations in your life that feel stagnant, relationships in your life that feel stagnant, anything that is happening that is not moving and it's not positively affecting you, that is something you're being called to continue to stay away from that. And this is definitely giving the energy of like ex energy, past energy, you know, anyone that could have, you know, had you going through some type of trauma, right? It's like that energy of if you had to fight to get away from it, fight to keep it going. You get what I'm saying? Because on this journey, you're gonna have individuals from your past that, you know, try to destroy you, and they're gonna try to come back, fake apologies or whatever. But whoever I'm talking to, you're definitely moving off your intuition. But it seems as though when it comes to you having anxiety, you might stop. Or if you feel a little fearful, or you're like, I'm not sure, you choose to just wait. And that could also be this 4 wands energy, as to where it's not about waiting when it comes to that. If it's confusing you, cut it off. Like, that's definitely the type of energy. Because it could be an individual. It could be like an actual relationship, okay, that you could be in. It also could be someone that is, you could be being more sociable, right? You could be talking to new people, you know, being more social. But it seems as though the individuals that could be around you that you are entertaining, they're stagnant. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing nothing. Stagnancy could also represent finances. You get what I'm saying? What else? Especially if you dating, okay? Because if you dating, you know what I'm saying? If that individual is in survival mode and you're not in survival mode, all they're going to do is take from you. You know what I'm saying? Whether energetically or even financially, all right? The Hangman energy with this 4 wands. So somebody definitely could be, you could be talking to somebody, sleeping with somebody or something. Somebody could have reached out to you, a new person that could be expressing that, you know, they want to take things further. But it seems as though that stagnancy is happening like within their life. And maybe you're like, oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let me try to give them a chance. No. Because you already don't feel good about it because of all the work that you have done, right? Because of this energy of these new beginnings, but they have to be fruitful new beginnings. All right, that's what you're focusing on, because you're no longer in survival mode when it comes to relationships in your life. Okay, so you have to realize that when you walk away from something that's not serving you, that doesn't feel good, that's low vibrational, that is making space for the things that are going to be harmonious with you, and it's going to be natural. Okay, when it comes to working with others, it should not feel forced. Okay, you should not feel forced to do shit. Okay, we got Ace of Wands, and then Ace of Wands fell right on top of the Page of Pentacles. All right, so somebody is definitely manifesting something new coming your way, and it has to do with harmony, but it also has to do like with your finances, because that's right under Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, and for someone, your anxiety is literally rooted in an individual that is just greedy for your energy. And it's like, you know that they're greedy, okay? And maybe they're not acting like that towards you, but you have witnessed them acting like that towards someone else, right? If someone is treating you well, but the individuals around them that they claim to love and care about, they're treating them shitty, it's only a matter of time before you're next. You get what I'm saying? So that's also heavily on practicing discernment. And then also when it comes to moving into uncharted territory, because you're usually the one that gives individuals chances, you're giving individuals the benefit of the doubt, right? And one thing that I love to say is, do not give others the benefit of the doubt, because they are simply just benefiting off of you doubting your intuition. Okay, it's already been proven time and time again that your intuition is guiding you in the right direction, because you're being guided by the Most High. So trust that and move on from that. For someone, you could benefit from doing some more inner child healing to deal with some codependency wounds, and that can also help with your fears. I'm definitely giving the energy of someone, it's like you might be in solitude, but you're still like a little bit afraid to be alone, and that could also be the issue as to why you could be attracting individuals that are stagnant, whether it's friends, relationships, whatever. Okay, what else? Yeah, Five of Cups. All right, so someone, that message definitely is for you when it comes to helping you to let go of things. You get what I'm saying? So that's really good, because you definitely like, yeah, it has to do with commitments. Like, it has to do what you're committing yourself to. And there's also this energy of you trusting yourself and being confident within yourself. For someone, the Most High is encouraging you to practice gratitude for the blessings that you have in your life. For someone, it definitely could be commitments, relationships, you know, with your family and things like that. For someone, you could have high vibrational relationships in your life, but you're kind of putting yourself in like hermit mode due to fear of things going bad. But it's like, it's not like, you're kind of stagnating your new beginnings with these individuals when you know that they have your best interest. So once again, that's going back to that strength card when it comes to trusting yourself. Okay, so there's an individual that attempted to have you give to them, or they wanted you to take something from them. Okay, it could have been some type of an offer or something, but they have been blocked from this because this individual has unpure intentions. Okay, I'm gonna just put it like that. They're coming off as like an unpure individual. They could have some blockages. Okay, King of Pentacles had came out, so this definitely could be a masculine that I'm talking to, as to where you might have a lot of funds, or you just have a lot of energy like within you, that there's individuals that try to like feed off of that for real, but they being blocked from your energy because it's not pure. So you might be wondering like, yeah, like, you know, I have individuals that come towards me, I have these opportunities come towards me, but they always end up just disappearing. It's because it's not pure intentions, and the Most High is protecting you from that. All right, so if you're having anxiety because you feel like you might be meeting individuals or trying to step out and do something, and then it just doesn't really go anywhere, it's because these individuals were blocked from your energy. And it's mainly because your protection is so strong, you don't even have to block them. They probably just poof, disappeared, or it just didn't, like, you know what I'm saying, like, move forward. And you probably think like, dang, what happened? What happened was God. What happened was you being protected from shit you can't see. All right. There also could be the energy of someone trying to tempt you, and they're tempting you to, like, it's like somebody wants to test how strong your boundaries are. There also could be an individual blocked from your energy as to where they're testing how much faith you have, whether it's in yourself or the situation. This is definitely giving someone could be in like some type of toxic like commitment, like relationship or something. It also could be something that is falling apart as to where you're leaving somebody, or you could have recently left this individual, but there's still a little bit of stagnancy where you guys still could be in contact in some type of way. Yeah, so Temperance had came out, right? But then Knight of Cups came out on the side. So it definitely could be like a situationship type of energy. Two of Cups came out on the side as well. So somebody is like, you're looking more at the potential of a situation. Maybe y'all spend, time together. And it seems really balanced until this individual leaves your energy. And it's a whole bunch of, bullshit. So definitely could be an individual that's holding up some type of mask or whatever, and that's why there's something that is being blocked from this connection. What else? Yeah, Knight of Wands with King of Cups. So someone is like, they do things just based off their emotions. They don't really think before they do it, and that could be that energy that's coming up as to where you're like, I don't really know. Like, are you a karmic? Like, what's going on? What else? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles flipped out, okay? So it's definitely that energy of someone that is very grounded in their energy. They are emotionally stable. King of Cups, it came out upright. So this individual is emotionally stable, but when they get into their emotions, it's like they kind of, it's something going on. What about this King of Cups? Yeah, like, I'm not making it up. Like, somebody, they have a little healing to do when it comes to their emotions, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, cut them off, because at the same time, it's whatever you're willing to deal with, right? But this individual really has a lot of work to do, especially with this energy as to where they're testing you, but it's because of their fear. It's because of their, like, codependencies or whatever. What else? Yeah, Six of Cups with the Fool card. Like, this could be an individual as to where they're always looking for something new. All right, it's like when a situation gets into a peaceful type of energy, a calm type of energy, it's like they look, it's like they get excitement off of these different options. Yeah, like, that's the type of energy. But your energy is like this Wheel of Fortune as to where they could see a lot of the forward movement that you're doing, and they also acknowledge how powerful you are. You have a very abundant energy. This individual does as well. Confirmation, because like Wheel of Fortune fell between it. You get Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. So it definitely could be a masculine that is a little emotional. The masculine, if I'm talking to you, you got to find a good balance between your feminine and masculine energy. All right, before this Queen of Pentacles energy end up walking away. Oh, I'm not making it up. Before this Queen of Pentacles energy walking away. Okay. So it seems as though this feminine is, they're like, maybe they were in solitude before they were dealing with the masculine, but it's definitely the energy of like someone that's like, I have full movement regardless if you here or not. You feel me? It's that energy of like, if you're gonna stress me, if you're gonna try to confuse me, if you're gonna try to play, silly games, due to a toxic ego, this feminine won't hesitate to walk away. But it's like this masculine is like, they have a lot of emotional shit going on. But it's the energy of someone that has a lot of dreams, and it's like they could see something being really good. They could feel something being really good, but it's like they still have shit that they need to heal when it comes to their emotions. So definitely could be some unhealed childhood trauma that's going on. Yeah, Six of Swords. Like, yeah, someone's working on moving on from something. But it seems, yeah, whoever it is, they're definitely going to be reaching out. Okay, and it could be about achieving balance between you guys, answering those unanswered questions, or, feelings or whatever that may come up, any questions somebody might have. There is a conversation that is going to happen, and hopefully the energy surrounding it clears it up, but we're gonna see. Yeah, so somebody's being called to be like patient when it comes to this. And then Seven of Pentacles fell on top of the Queen of Pentacles with the Hermit. So there's a feminine that is being very patient. And then like with this masculine energy, there's like this heavy energy of protection when it comes to love. So it's definitely an individual as to where there is an established bond here, but there is, you know, it's some lingering energy. I'm not gonna say that it's like, yeah, Page of Cups. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's low vibrational, but somebody definitely has some stuff that they need to work on. Yeah. Like, and it has to do with emotions, because Page of Cups and the Tower came right after that. Okay, so someone definitely has, like, they're transitioning, right? They're still healing, but whoever it is in that grounded like type of energy, definitely, as long as it's not affecting you and what you're doing, I mean, feel free. It doesn't seem like anything negative is gonna happen, because the Fool card did come out, and then Wheel of Fortune, so it's definitely, you know, a lot of growth like type of energy. You know, this Three of Cups energy, it fell with the on top of the Lovers card, so it's definitely the energy of like having a good time. You know, there's love, there's definitely love, but it's definitely someone going through some type of tower, and it has to do with their emotions, and it's directly related to some type of conflict that could be happening. Okay, and the conflict could be with like a karmic individual. Yeah. So there is an energy of someone kind of being a little indecisive about working with someone, and this definitely could be your energy as to where you're like, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with you for real, but I don't really know, because you got a lot going on. Like, that's the energy. Like, someone has a lot going on, but it's not directly affecting you, but it's like, yeah, like it's a fulfillment type of energy, but it could be like a conflict. Like, maybe you could be a little bit indecisive about this, because you're like, I don't want to deal with no extra bullshit. Like, I see you have it over there, you keeping it separate from me, but I feel it, I see it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want none of that shit to eventually affect me, right? Because the closer that you get with someone, it's like once y'all intertwine worlds, like, you're gonna see even more. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna experience even more, and you're focused on that being high vibrational. And then it's like you could be wondering if somebody is telling the truth or not, right? If somebody has some type of secret that they're dealing with, and that could be what the tower is, right? Somebody trying to keep something a secret or whatever. But I see you like, yeah, I see you in this energy, this wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups, but it's like, it's kind of fleeting. That's why I fell on the ground, because it's like, maybe you're like, you know, something needs to improve in the now, right? But it's like, maybe this energy wants you to be patient, but you're just like, you know, I could try. Yeah, and my daughter just handed me an oracle that was on the side of my bed, and this is Ace of Cups. All right, so it's definitely new feelings that are coming up. It's definitely on both sides of the spectrum when it comes with expressing your emotions, but also learning how to trust your feelings while stepping into a new chapter in your emotional life, right? There also could be the energy of someone that's fallen in love, and you're learning how to tap into your heart and let your emotions lead the way, but you're also knowing it's like, I still have a choice in what I want to do, right? Like, you're not in that energy of like making a decision for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like committing yourself to something. Yeah, and it's because you're enjoying this journey that you're on in your life, and you don't want anybody to negatively affect that, which is, you know, perfectly understandable. But also try to get to the root of why you could be feeling like that, right? Why do I feel like this could be ruined? Why am I worried that a conflict could come towards me when it's not towards me in the now? You get what I'm saying? And those real conversations that you have with yourself when it comes to getting to the root of feelings like that, it can definitely help you a lot, because at the end of the day, someone could have the best intentions for you, but they can't help people that's around it, especially if it's like someone has a toxic family or something like that. You get what I'm saying? But as long as the communication is there, I feel as though it should be fine, honestly. But let's see. Yeah, we got the Star and the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm talking to someone as to where you're very consistent, they're very consistent. Judgment is in reverse, so there's definitely a lot of self-doubt. Okay, so you're gonna look at their routine, look at their what is consistent about them. Okay, because the star came out with it, so it definitely could be a situation as to where you're talking to God about it, and you know, you're hoping that, you know, it's not this energy of, you know, lying or, you know, secrets and things of that nature. So it's definitely given, it's in the background. Yeah, the Emperor definitely could be a masculine that's in the star energy. Maybe they have a lot of eyes on them. Yeah, there's like no, yeah, like literally, like I said, there's no like, somebody is like, show me why I should invest in this. Show me why I should take this seriously. Show me. Like, that's the type of energy. Like, you could be feeling like that. Like, show me that you deserve to be in my energy, because I'm fine by myself. So why should I let you around me? Like, what am I benefiting from it? You're gonna benefit from me, but how can I benefit from you? It's like a heavy reciprocation type of energy. But it's like the energy of someone that is hoping that you would be patient with them. But at the same time, there's fear and self-doubt on both ends. But it's like, on one end, it's a lot of fear because of some type of tower that's happening in the background. Let me see. What about this tower? Yeah. Yeah, like someone's looked like, ugh, and then the Empress fell under the Emperor. This is definitely given the energy of like someone could have some type of, you know, individuals around them that could be in some toxic energy, and that could be what's keeping them from fully opening up to you, because they're afraid of being judged for whatever this is that's going on. But someone's definitely viewing you, literally, someone's viewing you as like, you know, we could do a lot together. You know what I'm saying? Like, things could go real good. Emperor, Empress. So, yeah. Yeah, Knight of Swords energy, and it fell next to the Empress, and then Ten of Pentacles. There's definitely some type of truth that will be expressed when it comes to the counterpart. Someone is being motivated to do that, and it's mainly because they view you as the star energy. Someone is looking at you, viewing you as like their counterpart, but there is some type of self-doubt. Okay, and maybe that self-doubt could literally be their finances, because that's what it's giving. High Priestess, King of Wands. It could also be like a union, right, between a High Priestess and a King of Wands. So it's like, on one end, one of the individuals has spiritual gifts, has intuition, and the other individual, they have a lot of energy, but they're not like, you know, they don't tap into their spiritual gifts. Maybe they're not into spirituality. Like, it could be that type of energy. But it's like the King of Wands is looking at the High Priestess. Yeah, like someone knows, and it's because they're very focused on you, and this individual could be very focused on like how it's like your potential. It's like they see your horizons expanding in the now, and they see how much it can expand in the future. But then it's like there's also this energy of justice as to where you both are living in your truths, but there's also someone that is something that they're not speaking about. Like, yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use another deck to get more into that energy. Yeah, and there's also this energy of like someone kind of contemplating, like it's definitely someone trying to decide like what it is they want to do, what they want to, you know, allow. Like, that's heavy, like with that allowing energy. And then when I was doing that, I seen the Empress in here, so she might come back out. Yeah, it's anxiety. And there's also an individual that could have anxiety that someone is gonna get like bored. Like someone needs to work on their confidence, because it's like someone's thinking like, what if they get bored with me? What if they, what are you talking about? Like, you're a divine being. Whether it's the Emperor or the Empress, like, you're a divine being. Like, what you mean get bored with you? Yeah. And someone's also on a new journey as to where it's like they're planning to do something. What they planning to do? I can't make it up. Wow. Someone's planning to like work with you, okay? So whoever it is, you know, they might have some stuff going on in the background. They might have toxic, I don't know, a friend or a toxic family, hell, even a toxic ex, who knows? But this individual, because King of Cups came out again, so he's like, I want to work with you. Yes, it's shit going on, but the shit going on because I want to work with you. It's like somebody wants this individual's attention like so bad. But it is making somebody be in their feelings. Queen of Swords. She came out again. King of Cups, Queen of Swords. And then it came out like with the same two exact cards. That's crazy. It's a different deck. Y'all see me shuffle. So it's definitely the energy of someone that's where they, you know, have a strong foundation. You know, they have a lot of this long-term success. They have this security, whether it's with their financials, whether it's with their family, or it's like somebody has a lot of stability. Okay? And it's like there's an individual as to where they have everything but that. You could also be coming up as the most stable like individual in their life. Okay, and that could also be why someone could be a little, you know, fearful, or they could be doubting themselves a little bit. But as they like continue to see how you see them, I see it going great. As long as they're being truthful about what they're seeing, you know, like what they want, what they're planning. It's definitely given like communication. There's also the energy of someone that has worked very hard to overcome an obstacle. And it seems as though whoever you are, you work very hard to overcome some type of obstacle. And this counterpart energy, they're currently working on overcoming that. Like something that you already overcame is something that they are currently working on overcoming. That's why I said, like, it's up to you whether it's something you want to deal with, because the Lovers card came out again right after that. You see the synchronicities in a whole different deck, right? So it's definitely that energy of like love, partnership, right? Harmony, unity, having like shared values, you know. It could be two individuals that feel like they were made for each other, like they feel like, you know, soulmates, you know. But there's like conflict in the background. It's like on one end there's conflict in the background, but it's also conflict about this wish fulfillment. That's wild. What else, Holy Spirit? Listen. We got Eight of Pentacles and a World card. So there is a lot of fulfilling, abundant energy. Okay, whatever this like union, you know, this union when it comes to these individuals working together, like, it's definitely something that could be very fruitful. It's definitely the energy of like a choice, like in love, or like options in love. Maybe that could be what somebody is worried about. Like, yeah, the star, like somebody could be worried that somebody might not want to deal with them because of options that could be had. So once again, it's anxiety. So, you know, work on your confidence. You feel me? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups, okay? For somebody, if you feel like, you know, you could be dealing with somebody and you're feeling anxiety, like, what if they find somebody better? What if they this is that? You are the Ace of Pentacles, okay? It's a reason why they have a bond with you, why they have this love for you. It's not just about surface level shit, okay? Like, somebody has a bond, like a true bond with someone. With this Judgment card, and it fell right on top of the stars. Somebody, it's like you're judging yourself too much, okay? You're kind of like, you know, being dramatic. You're doing too much. Yeah. And for someone, there could also be the energy of someone that could have like lost their job, or like got fired from their job, or quit their job, okay? And that could be the thing that has this individual judging themselves because they feel like, oh my gosh, like, maybe I don't have enough for this individual. Like, maybe they might walk away from me to someone else. You get what I'm saying? But it is on the last leg of the journey, like, especially when it comes to that, because this individual is very understanding, but they're also self-aware to know it's like, you're a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about, you know, surface level shit. Like I said, like somebody's anxieties is rooted, like the self-doubt that somebody has, it's rooted in shallow shit like clothes or money. Like it's not always about that, especially when it comes to working with somebody and building something with somebody. Okay, so never feel as though you're being judged by someone else, because sometimes you got to look internal, because sometimes you're projecting the judgment, feeling like somebody else is judging you, and whole time it's just you judging yourself. You get what I'm saying? So treat yourself how you want others to treat you, because it's you know, it's gonna take a little bit of inner child healing, especially to get past that, because this opportunity is here for you, okay? Or it's something that is coming your way like super super fast, but it's definitely given like the opportunity has already been presented. So it's definitely the energy as to where it's like, work on getting to the root of why you're feeling this self-doubt or why you're feeling this fear, because it's definitely giving, you know, you're just a little afraid, because there's, you know, when you have a true bond with someone, there's always going to be that fear, you know, that underlying fear, like I'm afraid, like I'm gonna get hurt or whatever, because there's past things. But if that's something that's pressing your mind to where it's like affecting your emotions, affecting how you're acting towards somebody that's not doing anything to you, like you got to go internally to make sure that you're not gonna self-sabotage. Okay, that's why I always say work on your confidence, especially with saying those affirmations. I'm worthy of the blessings that are here. I'm worthy of the blessings that are coming my way, because most of the times that dealing with that is the root of getting rid of them, that self-doubt and these fears about this forward movement. Okay, because you got to believe that it's for you, right? You got to believe that these blessings are for you, that this love is for you. And then Queen of Swords and then King of Swords. All right, so someone, you definitely have like a counterpart, but you're doubting yourself, and it's kind of that's why you're feeling like this. That's why you're feeling like, I don't know if I want to walk away. I don't know if this individual is pushing me away. I don't know if I should walk away. It's like somebody's constantly going back and forth, and it's like it's literally your anxiety that's making you feel like that. So don't go and project that onto someone else, especially if they're not doing that to you. They're communicating with you. So don't sit there and feel like somebody is doing something negative or lying to you when they haven't given you any indication that they're not being honest. Okay? Yeah, Ten of Swords. Someone could be having these feelings because there's, you know, some closure that you need to ask the Most High for when it comes to something from your past or a past relationship, and that is the direct energy of why you're feeling like this. I'm definitely getting the energy as someone has been presented with a blessing. You have a blessing right in front of you, but there's some fear because it's leftover emotions from your past. If that's resonating for you, definitely don't be so hard on yourself. You got to be gentle with yourself, okay? Feel your feelings. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, Page of Swords. Okay? Someone is very like, they view you as someone that is extremely confident. They view you as someone that is very loving, very nurturing, okay? Somebody wants to nurture you. They want to love you down, okay? And, you know, you're being affected because of a past situation, and it could have hurt, right? It could have hurt, but at the same time, that's not what's in front of you, and that's not even how you're being viewed. You might feel insecure. You might feel this way, and this individual, you might be distancing yourself due to fear, and this individual is like, they talking to somebody else? What they doing? Like, oh, what they doing over there? And the whole time, you separating yourself because you're scared. Literally. I'm going to pick up my deck, and we're going to get more into it. I'm going to pick up some oracles because this was really good energy. I love it when I pick up on counterpart energy because it's not karmic. See that? So, yeah, it's definitely the energy of, you know, you are someone that is not afraid to be by yourself, but you're not, like, it's not in your path to be by yourself, but I just said past. You get what I'm saying? It's some past shit that's lingering that could be affecting your emotions at this time, okay? And it's causing you to overly judge yourself because part of you feels that it's not real, like it's not, you know, here. You get what I'm saying? Like you could be waiting for the other shoe to drop or waiting for some bullshit to like happen, and unless you keep thinking about it, you gonna fuck around and find out. that shit is gonna happen. And it's literally because that's what you're focusing on. That's why I be telling y'all, you know, focus on being high vibrational. Okay, if something doesn't work out, fine, it's not gonna break you. But at the same time, if you are having a good time, if there are high vibrational emotions that you're feeling, and the only time that you be feeling a little bit low about it is when you're overthinking about it. It's like someone is thinking about scenarios that ain't even motherfucking happen. Literally, it's someone thinking about someone in a way as to where it's like, you're my counterpart. But it's some shit you ain't moved on from in the past that could have happened that had you feeling a type of way. And it's like, yeah. And then it could be an individual that is fearful of you letting them go, because they're feeling like there's a stagnancy. Somebody can feel that you could be holding back in some type of way when it comes to giving to a connection. Okay, it's like someone has like kind of paused like a new beginning, and it's literally due to some shit about them needing to heal themselves when it comes to like doubting yourself. It maybe could have been someone from your past that was very possessive and greedy and stuff, and maybe you were triggered, and now it has you self-sabotaging a bit. But it's definitely has to do with emotions. Someone really needs to do some grounding exercises. If this energy is resonating for you, you definitely got to do some grounding exercises. If that energy that I'm reading right now is coming up for your counterpart, definitely if that is how you're feeling on the other end, take a break from like trying to have harmony. Like, let them, you know, determine what the pace should be. Okay, definitely don't try to force it, because things should move naturally. Like, you should be in the energy of going with the flow, especially if you are that Queen of Pentacles energy. Like, you should be focused first and foremost on being grounded, period, point blank. If something is making you feel ungrounded, you are called to, you know, take a step back. I'm not saying cut it off, but definitely, you know, take a step back. You feel me? Give them a chance to step forward. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of energy, because you're not in survival mode anymore. So don't let nobody make you feel like you gotta be in survival mode. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody is in their feelings. Yeah, there's definitely an individual as to where they know that they have to move on from something. So that could also be that feeling like, you know, where the self-doubts are coming from, right? You know how, like, what your cycle is when it comes to, if, like, for example, if this is a relationship, right, or something that could be in the beginning stages or something, like, you know when or if you'll be triggered into getting back into some type of karmic cycle. Yeah, like, that's something that you have healed. So don't be afraid that you're gonna go back into some toxic cycle, or someone is gonna trigger you into being in a toxic cycle. Okay, because that's not happening, because you've achieved balance, and anxiety is natural. Okay, so that's something that's naturally going to come up. Remember that you're human. That's why I said, like, don't overly judge yourself, especially when you're having feelings about something, even if you do get triggered. Okay, God puts you in those situations for you to get triggered, mainly because, like, you're gonna acknowledge how much you have grown. You're not gonna be stuck in it. Maybe in the past you'll get triggered and you'll be stuck in it and for a while, and now it's like the thought comes up, your emotions come up, you release those emotions, and then you're chilling. Literally, with this Nine of Pentacles, it's like that energy of, you know, you've worked really hard to achieve this balance, so there's not going to be any steps taken back. All right, and maybe that could be something that you're worried about, and it's literally just a little bit of overthinking. So definitely do some grounding exercises, okay? And that's also going to help you, because it's like someone has been consistently thinking about something happening that's going to cause you not to move forward. It's like you're thinking that something is not going to work, that something is going to affect you in a negative way, and look what came out. Having more than what you thought you was going to have, and it's you manifesting that. All right, so focus on that. Stop. Instead of thinking what can go wrong, think about what the fuck can go right. What if this individual is lying to me? What if they're telling the truth? Like, that's literally, that helps to train your brain, okay? Because you got to retrain your brain to be high vibrational, especially when you've made it out of the darkness. You know what I'm saying? You went through some heavy shit. You get what I'm saying? But you have this balance. So it ain't nothing that's going to bring you back to that space, that depression, that, you know, struggle or whatever the fuck. Like, it ain't nothing that's going to bring you back to that space. So you gotta focus on not focusing on that. Like, literally, focus on your future. Focus on the best things to happen. Start to nurture and pay attention to the relationships in your life that are bringing you peace, right? The individuals in your life that are showing you love. You feel me? Yes, we went through past shit. Yes, we have intrusive thoughts sometimes or whatever. You get what I'm saying? But you're not meant to ruminate on it. Like, boom, that happened. I got past it. Thank you, God. You feel me? Thank you, God, that I'm still living, that I'm here, right? Because every day that you take a breath is a day to fucking make your dreams come true. Like, literally. Yeah. Like, you know exactly where you're going. And you know that it's somewhere great. And it's something that you manifested. It didn't just fall in your lap. It wasn't some, whew, I got lucky. No, you worked. You worked for this. Where you are now. Yes, you might be a little worried. Of course, we all get a little worried. Especially when it comes to love, right? Oh, I've been single for a long time, but this person's coming towards me. Oh, I'm scared. Yes, you're going to be scared. You've been by yourself all this time. But that's no reason to just assume that shit just gonna go bad or assume that someone is gonna break your heart. Like, literally. And then it came out on the side. You don't even know if, like, you don't even know it. Like, you didn't even give something a chance long enough to see if it was gonna go somewhere or not. Somebody has to, you know, just shift your thinking, okay? Sage, close my computer.
What the fuck? It has Mac. Like M-A-C.
Yeah, but can you close it?
Oh. I just really want to.
Can you close it?
Oh.
Give it here.
I just want you to charge it. So
Give it here.
I just want you to charge it.
I forgot the password, Sage. That's why I didn't open it. I gotta figure out the password. I forgot the password.
Can you make a new one?
I can, but I gotta take it to the Apple store so they could help me figure out another password for it. Because I don't know the password. I forgot. And I tried like multiple times and I don't remember what password I put.
I do.
No, you don't. You do not know the password.
I do.
How about you practice your reading? And maybe I would believe that you would know the password. There also could be an individual in your energy as to where they're curious about why you could have set some type of boundary or even walked away from them. And maybe it could be because you don't want to feel like somebody is controlling you. But it's definitely given the energy of like a feminine that has been like, you know, you've been single, self-sufficient, you dealt with a lot of codependency, and that's like you meet a masculine and then you experience this masculine energy, and maybe it's for the first time in a while, and you're kind of doing too much, okay? You kind of doing too much, because a masculine is gonna, you feel me, divine masculine, he gonna stand on business, but it's not given that he's trying to control you. That's just his masculine energy. Of course, he's not just gonna let anything just happen. Especially not let you just act any type of way. Because if you agree to be in a union with someone, there is going to be compromises that happen. They're not going to force you, but they're going to let you know. So if you set a boundary with another, right? And you know, you allow them to set the boundary. But if they set a boundary with you and you start cutting up, you got to look inward, okay? It goes both ways. Reciprocity. Okay? Okay, if you expect others to respect your boundary, and it could be the other way around, right? But it's definitely giving I feel like I'm giving somebody a little tough love. You feel me? Because I don't want nobody to self-sabotage. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you get in that space as to where my solitude is sweet. You get what I'm saying? And this individual makes you feel good, but it seems as though you could be a little afraid to be vulnerable. And it's like vulnerable to a certain point. You're vulnerable, but to a certain point. You still not letting somebody get too close because you're afraid. Like, this individual has fought off their demons the same way you have. Like, they went through the tower moment and achieved balance the same way you have. They are afraid of getting their heart broken the same way you are, but they're not projecting their bullshit onto you. If they're setting a boundary with you, you have to respect that boundary, or there's gonna be, there's gonna be a little turbulence, period. You can't expect someone to respect your boundaries, but you're not gonna respect theirs. That's bullshit. All right? Yeah. Okay? Like, literally, there's gonna be a victory as long as you assert yourself. And for someone, it's like when your counterpart asserts themselves, right? You gotta let them rock. You gotta let them assert themselves as well, because y'all transitioning into this victory era together. You have to think of y'all a team. Yes, y'all are individuals, but at the same time, there's gonna be moments when y'all are a team. Y'all work together. Y'all have those vulnerable conversations. You feel me? Communication. You're talking about things you're curious about, things that might make you a little bit nervous, things that you probably ain't tell nobody else, emotions that you probably ain't show nobody else, but that's natural. That's what you're supposed to do, because there's no codependency in the room. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, it's like whatever you're focused on the most is what you're manifesting, okay? Like I said, how can things go right? What if they are telling the truth? Because even if you find out somebody is lying, it's not gonna break you, but it's not giving that that's the case. Me, I'm a realist. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, they're perfect for you or whatever. No, because even with counterparts, they're gonna have things that get on your nerves. There also could be the energy of someone as to where maybe they could have been a little arrogant in the past, or maybe you could have been a little arrogant in the past, and maybe you're healing that as well. Yeah, it's your choice. Period, point blank, okay? It's your choice. You're gonna choose to be happy, choose to have, fruitful new beginnings, or you're gonna choose to just be by yourself. Regardless, you're gonna receive good karma. Regardless, you're gonna feel happy. But it's up to you to decide if you're gonna share that with someone else, if you're gonna be with your counterpart, or just be by yourself. Like, it's literally your choice. But God is literally guiding you to be in this partnership, and it's mainly because it's gonna help heal that part of you that's like, what if they hurt me? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't choose to be by yourself just because you're afraid of giving, love like a chance. You know what I'm saying? And it's that energy of like asserting yourself. Like, you're not taking those steps back. Like, literally, the fact that these three came out together, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not taking any steps back. Nothing is gonna go horribly. Even if y'all choose to go y'all separate ways, it's not gonna be a heartbreak, a fight, a crazy shit, because whoever this is, they're not toxic. They could have been a little toxic in the past, but you can't judge them for that, because your ass was toxic in the past too. You get what I'm saying? So, grace. You're giving yourself grace, but you're also giving this individual grace, because they haven't showed you any red flags. I'm not gonna say any red flags, because it was somebody has a little bit of unhealed childhood trauma, but hell, that could be the both of you. Not shit. Childhood trauma is a bitch. Okay? And sometimes the childhood trauma, it be there. Sometimes it be there. Three of Pentacles. Okay, you have an opportunity to work with someone, and I keep stuttering, so it's just a little nervousness. What is that when people get cold feet? I'm thinking of those scenes, you know, in the movies where they get married, and then one of the partners end up like panicking and they're like, I don't know if I want to do this, and then they have the conversation with the spouse, and then they're like, okay, they talk, you know, calm each other down, like, okay, you know, that's how it is. It's like reassurance. It's like that energy of reassurance. Like the Most High is reassuring you. Like whoever I'm talking to, it's like I'm being guided you to reassure you, to let you know, like, you have a choice whether you want to work with this individual. Okay, and it's a victory. Because the chariot card came out, and then Wheel of Fortune, and then the Sun. So it's like, it's gonna be successful, a lot of happiness, and you can feel that. The only doubts that you have is literally, you got to go internally, because it's literally just self-doubt. What if they get to know the real me and they walk away? What if they see me without makeup, or see me without a haircut and they walk away? What if I lose my job and they walk away? What if they realize I'm not rich, or I'm not perfect, right? I'm not all polished all the time. And what if they will? No, they're not. Because you're human. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to realize that everyone is human. The same way you have flaws, they have flaws. And some individuals are able to cover it up better than others. You get what I'm saying? But you had to realize that, like, if someone truly wants to have success with you, right? If someone truly views you as a blessing, there's literally nothing that can take that away from you or them. All right, so focus on your happiness. Focus on what is going right. Yes, you have insecurities. Yes, you have, when you look in the mirror, it's stuff you don't like, but look in that mirror and just look at the stuff that you do like, and work on the stuff that you don't. You get what I'm saying? But you're not just focusing on that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the good things. Focus on, you know, the things that make you feel passionate, you know. Yeah, literally. Someone's being called to really look in the mirror and face the truth about some type of past conflict, because that is directly why you are kind of like avoiding the truth when it comes to you moving forward, okay, with something that you view as victorious. So like I said, it's a little anxiety, it's a little fear, and that's literally what happens, okay? That's what happens, okay? If you don't believe me, look at my past twin flame readings. Because that's what this feels like. Divine, it feels like divine counterparts, twin flames, but it feels like the beginning, like you're meeting them, but you're like, that's a little too good to be true. What you mean? It's not too good to be true, because ain't nothing perfect. But you also can't demonize somebody for not being perfect. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the energy. Someone, it's like something, situation, like, it's a lot of collaboration. You know, there also could be an individual as to where it's like you feel as though this individual is like not, what is it? You feel like you're not in their league, and they feel like they're not in your league. Like, like, please, like, relax. All right, nobody is perfect. All right, everybody wake up with their breath smelling funny. All right, chill. Literally with the woo. Okay, it's illusion. To feel like you gotta be perfect all the time is ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous, and I feel it, because I be having moments where I be feeling a little insecure. Then I be realizing, like, hold on, because when people see you outside, passing, going to the store, whatever, you get what I'm saying? They see you. They're not looking. They don't see your flaws first. You know what I'm saying? They not, when they see you, they noticing like you, ooh, they skin shining. Ooh, look at them eyes. Look at them smile. They're not looking at you like, let me see everything that's wrong with them. Like, that's not the energy. Okay, you're doing that because you're used to seeing you, right? You done seen the things that made you beautiful so much that it's dulled to you, right? So it's like you're pinpointing the flaws, because a part of your mind is like, I gotta be perfect. You get what I'm saying? So you gonna keep feeling like there's more, there's more. You get what I'm saying? That also be that energy of like, individuals that could be in that player type of energy where they become too focused on that perfection, right? Especially individuals that, you know, they go on, lay on that table. You like, I could say, what is it? When people be getting Botox, they'll start with a little bit right here, and then they end up looking like a fucking balloon. It's because that level perfection is not something that's real. It can't be achieved. Okay? And it don't matter about how much money you got. If you insecure about your money, if you insecure about your clothes, whatever, like, come on. Start, you know, standing on business about how beautiful you are. You done did all the grounded work, but now you got to work on accepting you for you. On the days that you don't feel top notch, that's the thing you got to work on. And that's extra hitting for me because that is literally something that I'm working on myself. So don't feel like I'm getting down on you and I feel like, no, like, that's something that I be having to work on as well. Because it's like we be too focused on shit that we trying to, you know, want to change or whatever. But let's focus on what's going good. You get what I'm saying? Let's focus on the things that make us beautiful. All right? Because that's the things that really matter at the end of the day. What else? And then it's like somebody could be feeling like a situation is stagnant, but it's actually harmonious. Like, I'm like, literally, like, somebody, you might feel like something's not going so nowhere. This, oh my gosh, it's crazy how, like, the messages. Okay, anyway, I was watching this Sex and the City, and it was a part where Carrie, she was with the guy Aiden. Their relationship was real peaceful, calm, relaxing, right? They recently slept with each other for the first time, and it was real good. You get what I'm saying? And then she was like, I don't know. I feel like, no. They didn't sleep with each other yet. And she was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm being friend zoned. And then she was like, okay, they're watching the game. I feel like a friend. And then he'll kiss her forehead. Okay, I feel like his girlfriend. And it was that back and forth, like, type of energy. And then she ended up asking him, she kissed him one time. She was like, you want to come inside? And he was like, no, I got to walk the dog. And then she got mad. And then he was like, I thought I was being romantic. Like, she didn't acknowledge that they went on the dates. You feel me? That they had the conversations, that he asked her to meet his parents. Like, she wasn't thinking about none of that. She was just like, well, he didn't try to rush me in the bed, so hell, maybe he don't want me. Girl, he do want you. He trying not to make you feel like it's just sexual. Like, he trying to build an emotional bond with you, and all you worried about is the physical. And that's definitely given with this situation. Maybe it could be you not sleeping with somebody, and you might feel like, why you not feeding for it? Like, why you ain't? Because they're respectful. They respecting your boundaries. Okay, like, literally. Like, someone dealing with somebody that they literally respecting your boundaries. Like, everything you said in whatever conversations y'all had, they heard it and they internalized it, and you're not used to that. You're used to individuals where you set a boundary and they still try to swivel past it. You get what I'm saying? They're respecting your boundaries. If you pay attention, you're getting everything that you're asking for. Literally. So pay attention to, you know, you gotta pay, like, you gotta pay attention to that. And that's the truth of the situation, okay? That's like the gist of it, okay? You're doubting it because of shit from the past. But that's literally not the energy surrounding you. And you know that. Because it doesn't come up as like, you know what it feel like when you get that feeling of your intuition where it's like, hell nah. You get what I'm saying? It's not that energy. You're just like, no. For somebody, you confusing butterflies with anxiety. Like, somebody make you feel so good that you kind of feel like, maybe that's some bullshit about to happen. No, it's not. It's okay. Just give yourself grace, okay? Like, who I'm talking to. Give yourself grace, but also don't go self-sabotaging because you over here overthinking when you get by yourself. Because when you around them or when you talking to them, it should be cool. It don't be no issues. Then when you get by yourself, you probably like, oh, what they doing? Who they texting? Who they... Stop doing all that. Stop doing all that. 3 of Wands came out on the side and the Emperor came out on the side. Like I said, they was both on the side. So yeah, it's new. Something is new, and it's in a stage to where it's like, you know, Things are expanding. Okay, but for someone, you know, somebody is respecting your boundaries. You gotta respect their boundaries as well. You can't get offended when somebody set a boundary with you, especially when they over here respecting your boundaries. And for someone, there's a heavy energy of replacing that self-doubt with self-assurance. Okay, yes, they're attractive. Why would they want you? Because you're fucking attractive too. You get what I'm saying? Oh, but I'm not rich. They not rich either. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all, it's like mirrored in that energy as to where y'all are both fucking human. Like everyone has flaws. Everyone has insecurities. Why would they judge you for your insecurities when they know that you're being genuine and you're not judging them for their insecurities? It's like that type of energy. Okay, you're being too hard on yourself in a nutshell. All right. And it's literally an illusion. And the illusion can be broken. Honestly, I would give you the advice to just write it down. Write down your worries. If it's someone that you're not deciding, well, I don't know, I'm not sure. Girl, I understand. I might be being too hard on them, but I still don't know. I'm not sure, right? I was so good by myself. I wish I would open myself up to somebody else for them to hurt me. I feel you. Write a pros and cons list. Write a pros and cons list. What you like about them, what you don't like about them. And whichever list is longer, just make the decision. Period. Okay? You could do that. That could provide you with a lot of clarity as well. So you could boom, boom, make your decision. And you know what I'm saying? It's in black and white. Period. Look. Someone has love. Confirmation. And it's romantic. Listen, the star can't make it up. It's like you're being guided towards it, but you had something happen that made you feel exhausted with love. You felt like you gave up on it a little bit, and for somebody, it smacked you in the head, and now you're facing it. It was supposed to happen like that. All right, so make sure you're expressing yourself. Okay, honestly and truly, that's really the best thing that you could do is express your feelings, express how you're feeling. And I'm not going to say express it to them, especially because whoever energy I'm reading, you ain't going to express it to them. Let's be real. Because if I was feeling like that, no, I wouldn't either. Talk to God about it. Write it down in your journal. Write down how you're feeling. Write down what you're worried about. Write down what you hope would happen, right? What you have overcame. You get what I'm saying? But it definitely some nurturing needs to happen, especially for someone, you know. Nurture yourself. If you feel a little bit insecure about your outward appearance or whatever, do something new. You might need to get your nails done, or you know, get you a little haircut, or you know, do something to give you that little boost of confidence. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the type of energy. Okay, because for someone it's like somebody's romantically interested, but you might feel intimidated a little bit. And if you're feeling like that, nurture yourself, do some self-care, do you a little face mask. Okay, masculines, y'all could do face masks too. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little beard kit or something. I don't know, like, I don't know what y'all masculines be doing to, you get what I'm saying? But like, do those things to where you can romanticize yourself. Like for me, when I'm feeling insecure, I do my nails. I retwist my hair. I'll probably dye my hair or something. I'll do me a little face mask. I'll go to the store, buy me a new face wash. You get what I'm saying? Switch it up. Like, that's stuff that I do. I'll like, there's something that someone could do is you could run the hot water in your sink to where it's steamy and put a towel like over it and let the steam hit your face, and it's so calming. It's like a spa. For someone, if you don't want to do it that way, you could go to the gym, go sit in a sauna. You know what I'm saying? You could do something like that. If you don't got sauna money, you could do that with the towel, like I said. Or you could even take like a hot pot, boil some water, turn the fire off, and then just hold your face over the steam. Okay, just be careful. Don't be all close in the beginning because, you know, it might hurt your skin. You get what I'm saying? But those are some suggestions that I could give you, especially if you are feeling that way, because just know that like everyone has insecurities. Some people just know how to hide that shit better, like dead ass. Some people just know how to hide that shit better. And for someone, it's like you did a lot of work on that by yourself, but now you're in this energy of being seen. So it has you internalizing, because you're like, oh my gosh, like I thought I want to be even more perfect, right? I want to look even better. I want to do this, that. Like, I wish I would have met them when I lost that 15 pounds. You get what I'm saying? But fuck all that. They like you like that. So any improvements that you make, they're going to like you even more. Okay? It's going to build off of it. It's, especially if someone is pursuing you, if someone approach you, that means that they like you the way you are now. All right, so yeah, keep working on your improvements, but also realize that you're fine where how you are now, how you look now, how, you know what I'm saying, you're still striving for better, but at the same time, like, you are kind of, you know, being too hard on yourself. And I don't mean to say like keep saying it, but it's the truth. Like, you're fine, you're beautiful just the way that you are, because you came up as the star. Okay, you're just kind of, you know, you've been a little too hard on yourself, and that takes inner child healing, because you could have had someone like when you were a child that was supposed to nurture you, they were too hard on you. So that's just that little that voice, that anxiety voice, like that's just that thing that's right there. You feel me? So the more that you care for yourself, that voice is gonna start to fade. Okay, it's literally gonna start to fade. And I could use me for an example. Like, my eyebrow lady is on vacation, so I got 2 caterpillars on my face, and I still like I have some days I be like, oh my god, let me cover this up, and then I'll be like, I'm naturally me. You get what I'm saying? It fluctuates, you know, but I'm not gonna sit here and cry and, you know what I'm saying, go get an eyebrow razor from the beauty supply and fuck it up even more. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, you gotta accept yourself where you are in the now, okay? Because even me, like, in the now, this is the most naturalist state y'all will ever see me in. I did my skin routine. I'm greasy as hell, right? I didn't dye my hair yet because I've been procrastinating. No retwist, no makeup. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm showing up as my raw self. You feel me? And somebody might judge me. Somebody might say something or whatever. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck, because it's me. So if you don't expect, if you can't accept me where I am now, you can't accept me when I'm all dolled up, hair freshly done, and you know what I'm saying, all that other extra shit. You get what I'm saying? And for someone, that's what you're being called to do. And I'm also talking to someone as to where it's like, if I'm talking to a feminine, because I give the best advice when it comes to that, when it comes to feminines, sometimes all it takes is, you know, file your nails a little bit, because even that motion of doing this, I don't know what it is about it, but that it does something to me. Like, you know, just do little things, your little face mask, you know, light your candle, you know, keep the light dim, you know, have your tea, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's little, like, it's so little, but it helps so much. For someone, buy you a little silky robe, right? Instead of walking around in the muumuu, get your little sexy robe and just walk around in your robe. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's little stuff like that. If you feel like your finances not there for you to go get your nails done, pull up a YouTube tutorial and get your little nail kit from the beauty supply. Them things be $8. You get what I'm saying? And even if you're not able to do that, that's fine. File your nails. You get what I'm saying? Like, do self-care is what I'm saying. However you're able to do that. Okay? Because, like, that's how I learned a new skill. I didn't have the money to go to do my nails all the time. So I learned how to do my own nails. You get what I'm saying? But I still, like, and when I learned, I had a little cycle where I kept doing my nails, and then, like, I think I had took my nails off, and then I just felt like something was wrong. That's why I stopped doing my nails, because I was like, these shits do not make or break me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to realize, like, you can't be so codependent on things. Because at the end of the day, you're you. If they can't accept you, if they're gonna judge you in your most natural state, it's just gonna be nothing but lust. You're gonna feel like you have to be made up all the day. And it made me think of an old friend that I had, and she was with a guy, and he wanted her to wear makeup. He only liked her with makeup. And when I say homegirl did a full face of makeup every single day, I was like, wow, you feel me? Like, that's insane. I would hate to live like that. And I've been like that before, but for me, it was like, I would get off work, get in the shower, do my makeup, and literally just do my makeup to go to the mall. And I felt like I had to do it every day. So it's like when I didn't wear makeup, of course I looked crazy because my skin was all fucked up because it couldn't breathe. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on. And for someone, you beautiful with or without it. Regardless. Even if you're a little rough around the edges, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Alright? It's about having the courage to be yourself. Like, literally. It takes a lot of courage to be, like, authentically you. You get what I'm saying? With all your quirks. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that make you unique. Those are the things that people remember you for. Maybe you somebody that you laugh and you laugh loud as hell. It's somebody that would love to hear that. My baby, I be taping up my cards. But for someone, you came up as the star. And you have a romantic connection or something that's coming towards you. Yeah, Queen of Wands. And this is how they're viewing you. They're viewing you as authentic. They're viewing you as honest. They're viewing you as someone that is very attractive as to where you don't fuck around. Okay, they're viewing you as someone that has standards, especially when it comes to romance. Like, not everybody could get next to you. Not everybody could talk to you. Not everybody, you feel me, can just, you feel me? Like, that's the type of energy. And you got to start viewing yourself in that way. King of Pentacles is in reverse. I definitely could be talking to a feminine as to where you have a masculine that is hesitant about coming towards you or really opening up to you because they feel like their finances aren't in like order, mainly because you present yourself as if you got everything all together. You might be budgeting just like they're budgeting, and they might make more money than you, but it's like you got that rich girl energy, and you might be on a budget just like them. And when they get to know you, they're gonna see that. But this individual is a little bit nervous because they feel like they can't like afford, like somebody might feel like, you know, all you wear is designer perfume, designer stuff, and they feel like I can't afford that. Like, and that could be why they're a little hesitant, especially with romantically. I could also be talking to someone. You could be talking to someone and you might be like, why are they not asking me on a date? Because they're saving up for the date. Okay, they're saving money to be able to take you on the date they feel like you deserve. Okay. Yeah. Okay, ton of wands. There's also the energy of an individual as to where you've been working really hard when it comes to improving your finances. Continue to be patient and keep working on it because they are going to improve. That's specific for someone. Yeah, and there's also an individual, it's like the more that you step out of your comfort zone, feel these feelings, they're new. Okay, for someone, you're stepping out of solitude. Of course, it's going to be nervous. You're going from being completely grounded by yourself, but now you're putting that into action out there in the wild. Okay, I call it the wild for a reason. People got free will. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. So if you wake up one day and you might feel like, okay, I do feel myself, I'm a little extra critical of myself this day, right? Then that's going to be the day that you put that shit on. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of energy. Like, make sure you're preparing yourself so when you do go out in the wild, you're not so like, you know, self-critical. You get what I'm saying? It's like that energy of like, if you have a job interview, right? You're not gonna wear stuff that you wear on a daily. You got that interview outfit. You get what I'm saying? You got that business casual outfit. You gonna wear them shoes that you not wearing to the mall. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's that type of energy. Like, move like that when it comes to you too. Because when you wake up in the morning, you know what side of the bed you woke up on. When you wake up in the day and you just like, I could do anything, right? And then you could have a day that you wake up and you just like, today gonna be a good day, but like, I'm moving a little slower today. You feel me? And you know, I'm 33, so I get it. I have days where I wake up and my damn knee be hurting. Then I have days where my knee not hurting. So the days that my knee hurting, I'll be like, you old bitch. I be like, I'm getting old. Shit, I'm probably going through premenopause. You feel me? Like, I be overthinking too, okay? But those are the days that I'm like extra nurturing myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, like I'm being extra patient with myself, okay? And for real. And for my people, if you wake up one day and your knee be hurting randomly, just take an ibuprofen. You be alright. 800 milligrams do the trick. But for real, like for somebody, it's like you are okay. Okay, you're being prepared to receive. Okay, so to put yourself in the energy of receiving, you're gonna practice gratitude for what you have and being patient and giving yourself grace for the days that you might be triggered emotionally. You might be overthinking a little bit, but you gotta understand that you're human. That doesn't mean that you are not healing. For someone, you had somebody, I don't know if you've been watching readers that be sitting there like, oh, you're healed. No one is healed. We're all healing. It's just different levels, like, you know what I'm saying, of your journey. But you gotta realize the healing journey is not linear. The healing journey go like this. Okay? Confirmation. Some readers is gonna build you up to break your ass down, to build you up again and break your ass down. You got to start watching readers that are light workers, okay? Not the ones that's focusing on who's talking shit about you, what's the gossip. At one point in your spiritual journey, yes, that's things you needed to know, okay? To clear that out of your energy, for you to be aware of as you're learning how to trust your intuition when you do get around these motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? But you're in the period right now as to where you need light work. You need individuals that's going to help you build on that light. Make that flame shine even brighter for yourself, because you're already protected from the karmic shit. All right? For somebody, take a break from hearing about readings about your past. You already got past that. Who gives a fuck what they saying about you or how they feel about you? You're not talking to them. You're not fucking with them. For somebody, you be watching readings and be talking about your ex, and it's like you don't want to go back to your ex, so don't listen to it. Even if you hear it, click off of it and do something else, or look up light workers, okay? Because not every reader is a light worker, okay? What else? Yeah, all right. With this page one's energy, is these actions, these intentional actions, is gonna switch up, you know, the energy for you, and then also switch your algorithm up, okay? I'm not gonna say like, you know, only watch me, because I don't even post all the time, but you could like sit there and look up light workers, and that'll shift the algorithm as to where it's gonna push more of that out to you, okay? I know TikTok is really great with that algorithm. YouTube, I can't lie, YouTube is kind of random, but definitely search that, okay? Look up light workers, look up divine feminine, divine masculine, divine collective energy, okay? For someone, you have ascended past collective energy. You are onto divine collective energy because it has been confirmed through things that have happened or happening, whatever. It has been confirmed that you're not in the collective no more. You're in the divine collective energy, all right? And for someone, you're being called to look up light work, okay? Look up individuals that are talking more about you and not so much about the people around you. You see how in this message, it's like, it's coming out with who's around you, but you see how the energy focused on the counterpart energy. You're being aligned with someone, whether you're in contact with them or you're about to be in contact with them. That's why I said, if you are talking to somebody or whatever, don't just jump the gun and be like, oh, that's my divine partner, we're gonna be together forever. No, just go with the flow. If it don't work out, 9 times out of 10, the next individual that come towards you, that's gonna be your divine counterpart. But either way, don't be so focused on that. Focus on just doing the best that you can. You feel me? Having patience. All right, for my feminines, you're in the energy of receiving, not giving. If somebody make you feel like you gotta chase them, or you gotta hound them back, or you don't ever talk to them unless they call you first. No, unless you call them first. You get what I'm saying? They don't text you unless you text them first. Like, that's somebody that wants you to chase them. That's not your counterpart. All right, you're divine feminine. All right, sometimes divine feminines get caught up with these masculines, and you can settle for a masculine, but if you want the divine masculine, you have to be in the energy to receive the divine masculine. So yes, you're self-sufficient, but you also can't approach divine masculine as if you're, I can't even think of anybody. I keep thinking Judge Judy, because that's like the type of energy. Like, divine masculine is not a flunky. You feel me? Like, that's the energy. He might be a little submissive in some aspects, but in the broad aspect, he's not going to be submissive. Yeah, somebody's healing, like, you know, toxic, you know, patterns, or just the way that they're viewing things, especially when it came to shit that like had you at a point where it's like, I'm gonna walk away, I'm not gonna deal with this, and you're getting used to that energy of, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna hope for the best. Like, that's the type of energy, right? Because you're not over here changing the way you move, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you treat somebody out of fear of not having them in your life, because you know that you're going to be good regardless. That is the best thing that you can do, especially if you're dealing with someone else, because at the end of the day, that individual, they're going to do what they want to do, period. But for someone, your person is going to choose you every day. It's a recommitment, because somebody could say that they love you today and then something happened and they don't. They might say, I'll never leave you today, and then the next day they'll leave you. Shit happens. Everyone has free will, right? The same way as individuals that set into your life to love you and then they choose not to. But for someone, the person that wants to be in your life, they're going to be intentional. They're going to communicate with you. If you have questions, you can't always assume that they're going to read your mind. If it's something that's pressing your mind, you need to ask them, or that you're worried about, or something that, you know, you're wondering about, and maybe you're not comfortable asking them. Ask the Most High. You get what I'm saying? Like, talk to God about it. Okay? Yeah, like, that's a part of healing as well. All right? Because someone, you're being guided in the right direction. For someone, you literally could be seeing 555. And what is 5? May, January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, you could be born in May. They could be born in May. With this 10 of Cups energy, that is a sign. That is a good sign of harmony for someone. Maybe you be seeing 555 when you're around them, which is funny because for me, when I be around people with bad intentions, that's when I see 555. So you could also pay attention to that. When toxic individuals was in your life, you saw a specific angel number when you was around them. All right? You might see a specific angel number when you around somebody that is your counterpart. For me, I saw 555 whenever I seen my karmic twin flame, karmic soulmate. That was a horrible cycle that I was in. Like, it sucked, like, really bad, I can't lie. But when I started to notice the synchronicities, I was like, okay, because I've been seeing angel numbers before I even knew what the fuck an angel number was, and I'm talking about in high school. Okay, for someone, it's like, pay attention to that synchronicity. All right, especially if you feel triggered emotionally, especially if it's random individuals that pop up out of nowhere. Like, how the fuck did you pop up today? Like, come on. That's when you gotta think, like, this is a test. You feel me? Especially if it's something that is unsavory and it brings up some type of unsavory emotions. Yeah, because the enemy is trying to fuck you up. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta know how to pivot. You get what I'm saying? Feel those feelings, but still focus on what you're doing. You feel me? Yeah. I might have cried a little bit. I might have felt a type of way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to still move forward, though. That shit, you ain't going to break me. Like, that's the type of energy. That's the type of energy, though. Like, that shit ain't going to break me, though. Like, okay. Like, that's the energy. But somebody, you got to hype yourself up. Just like, for real. Yeah, like, I could be talking to a masculine, like, you gotta hype yourself up, okay? Because you see the vision, you feel me? And you know God see the vision as well. But at the same time, you gotta realize the same way is good energy, is always that negative energy that's there. You get what I'm saying? Ain't shit never gonna just be perfect. But at the same time, it's about how you're handling these things that are meant to break you, right? That test, right? That X reaching out to you out of nowhere, you out on the street and you running into somebody you never thought you was gonna see. Like, that's the type of energy. Is to, like, is you gonna let that crumble you? Is you gonna let that fuck all the progress you've been making? No, you gonna feel your feelings and move the fuck on. That's the energy. Learning how to move around without having something derail your life every time there's, you know, something that's meant to test you. It's meant to test you, okay? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles came out in reverse. So somebody definitely could have, like, you could have insecurities about your finances, okay? And you got to realize, look at how the world is today. Like, I can't lie, I started to be practice more gratitude for what I have, especially when it comes to my finances. Ever since I be seeing the videos of the people they be in India, and I can't lie, it's meant to be funny, where they have the people making the drinks that look like dookie water, like, and that made me have gratitude because they don't have no choice but to have that, to use that. You feel me? It's shit that we drink that and we'll be on the toilet for 4 or 5 days, and that's something that's normal to them. Okay, for someone, you're being called to like give back to your community, to shift your perspective, because you might feel like, no, I don't have all the money to do this and that, but you have to realize that you still have a blessing. The fact that you have something, okay, like, that is what's gonna help you manifest more into your life. Like, when you practice gratitude for what you do have, all right. And it is hard because we all want things, right? We all want that lavish lifestyle, and for some of us, we're gonna get that, and for some of us, we got a budget. You feel me? Like, for me, I'm not about to work myself to death. I got kids that I need to raise, and I want my kids to know me. So I know that I'm going to be budgeting for a little minute. Cool. But at the same time, I'm still going to focus. You feel me? I'm going to focus on me, focus on what I'm doing, so I could be healthy, so my kids is not damaged, right? Because I'm not going to be selfish the way my parents was, to where it's like they only cared about themselves and left me out here fucked up. My kids not about to go through that. You get what I'm saying? Somebody, you got to give yourself grace. You're not rich yet. You get what I'm saying? Yes, you might have to budget, but don't beat down on yourself that you have the budget, because there's some people out here that work day in and day out and they still don't have enough to pay the bills. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to shift your perspective. And also, a good way of shifting that perspective is by giving back to your community. Okay, them little boxes that they have, give a book, take a book. Maybe instead of taking a book, give a book. Go to the library, help somebody on the computer. There's always old people at the library that need help. All right, they have classes at the library helping people learn how to read, helping people learn how to do math, and I'm talking about adults learning how to read. Okay, go to the food pantry, volunteer to help them hand out the food. Go to the kitchen thing and help them scoop the food, make the food. They always looking for people to help them. Okay, do things like that. Okay, school about to start up. Tutor somebody in math and in English and history, whatever. Like, do something to give back to the community, and that can also bring in that energy of receiving, because you're being a blessing to somebody, but to also help you be more grounded, and also healing your inner child. Okay, because when you help a child to grow and teach a child something that will help them, that's also healing a part of your inner child, because you are someone that you needed as a child. You know, it was a shame that you probably didn't have that, but you didn't let that turn you into the same individual that fucked you up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the Empress. So I'm definitely talking to a divine feminine. Like, pretty much, I'm talking to somebody as to where it's like, just acknowledge that you're a divine being. You're being called to let go of that solitude mindset. You're not about to be alone forever. You're not running out of time. Like, you're not going to have to let go of shit unless you want to let go of it. Real shit. Like, it's up to you. All right? It's up to you and how you're viewing it, how you're viewing yourself. And for somebody, you're very abundant, and it don't have shit to do with your bank account. You're abundant in the shit that money cannot buy. You're an individual that people do not meet twice. When you meet a divine being, you're not meeting multiple divine beings. Somebody fumbles a divine being, they're not getting a chance with another one. That's it. You were sent into individuals' lives as a blessing, and they chose to turn their back on that blessing. But that don't got shit to do with you no more. They're gone. They can't attack you no more. All right, even if they still calling your phone or whatever. For somebody, change your number. All right, for somebody, maybe go block some people. All right, but you in this energy are reclaiming your power, literally, by being, like, you know what I'm saying, standing in your truth, speaking this truth. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not always about money and what you look like. It's about what's on the inside. And the individuals that value that, it's not gonna matter. If you worried about your weight, your partner's gonna work out with you. Like, for real. Like, are they gonna like me when I'm older or when I start to age? They're gonna age too. You think you're gonna be with a robot? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be so hard on yourself. You're human. Okay? Like, literally. For someone, it's like you had a toxic individual in your life, and it's like, you know, they made you feel excluded. They made you feel like you didn't have enough, right? Somebody could have made you, you know, you probably did lose your marbles, but you got the marbles back. You gathered them up, cleaned them off. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're somebody, like, you are not defined by your past and what you've been through. But when love, especially divine love, is introduced into your life, there are going to be a little bit of doubts, and it's remnants from the situation that it would have never came out unless that love was in front of you. That's why I said you're putting into practice these healing things that you've done by yourself, because you're being introduced to community. Okay? And this could be with friends or whatever, like family and stuff like that. Like, that's the type of energy. Okay, so just keep nurturing yourself, and, you know, making sure that you're also cutting off anyone that could be bringing up them feelings, or anyone that you feel could be tempting you to be, to, you know, go back into toxic habits or whatever. Okay? But it's definitely the energy of shit that could easily be changed. Literally, it's literally just a mindset shift. Okay, when you have a negative thought, if you say something, if you notice something that you don't like about yourself, immediately follow that with something that you do like about yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, literally. Like, me personally, when I be getting on myself about my body and stuff, like, I be dancing. Like, I'll play music and I'll dance in the mirror. I'll teach myself a TikTok. I'll make up my own little dance. Like, I'll do stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? And that helps me feel better. I'll play that playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we do things, you know what I'm saying, in our own way. So just make sure that you're setting yourself up for good things, because you're to focus on the good things that are going to happen. Because if you keep focusing on something bad happening, you're going to attract that energy, and I'm trying to keep you from attracting that energy. And I want you to just focus on the good. All right. And of course, telling God, thank you for the blessings that are here, and thank you for the blessings that are to come. Okay? I thank you for today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Like, literally. Because whatever happened in the past, it happened, and you got through it because you're here. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it led you here. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. Okay? But you got past that shit. Okay? And you ascended above that shit. Right? The same individuals that broke you down, they watching you rise. You might not even feel like you've risen yet. And you have. And I'm here to help you acknowledge that you have risen. You've ascended already. And you're going to do nothing but ascend every spiritual awakening that you have. For someone, you are going through a spiritual awakening. And the spiritual awakening is opening you up to love again. You remember in the past when you felt like you found somebody that you loved, and then you found out something, or, you know, something happened and you realized it wasn't that. Now you're experiencing that actual love. What is actual real love? And don't feel bad. Why it took me to get this? Listen, don't be questioning God. You feel me? We be having, but don't do too much of that, because you're gonna drive yourself crazy. All right? Just be grateful for the fact that this is your path. All right? Be grateful for the fact that you know the difference between right and wrong, because y'all see it's a lot of individuals walking around without no soul. All right? They fucked up in the game, and some of them don't even realize. All right? And you've done a lot of work, and for someone, your inner child, kid you, teenage you is proud of you where you are now. So you got to be proud of where you are now while you're working on improving. You get what I'm saying? Because you're always working on improving yourself. So You know, you kind of treating yourself as if you're not doing shit. And you actually are. You're doing a lot. So for someone, you just gotta feel your feelings, okay? And the times when you are feeling your feelings, just take that time to nurture yourself. That's really the gist of it. Celebrate yourself. You deserve it, okay? Buy yourself a bottle of champagne, even if it's, you know what, I made it through this week. Without, you get what I'm saying? I'm able to smile. Because remember them times when you couldn't smile? Remember them times when you was crying and you was praying that you just had a peaceful day? You just wanted 24 hours of peace? You get what I'm saying? And for you, you've been consistently doing that. All right? Even if something gets on your nerves, that don't mean that your peace is disturbed. You know when your peace is disturbed. When your peace is disturbed, you can't motherfucking sleep. You can't eat. Your stomach start fucking up. Your skin start breaking out. Shit just, you feel like shit is going crazy. Your peace is not disturbed. All right, for someone, you just got feelings for somebody, and you ain't never had real feelings for somebody that's actually reciprocating those feelings. So you a little bit in your head, and you know that's natural. Just don't self-sabotage, okay? Just nurture yourself and write it down. That's the best thing I could say is writing stuff down. It helps a lot. Like it really helps a lot, and it might be frustrating to write it, but that cleanses the energy, especially if it's something that you keep thinking about, because you could be worrying. I could be talking to somebody because that word just popped up for me, worry wart. Like you could just worry a lot. Like you could be a worrier, you get what I'm saying? But you're being called to, you know, let's start thinking about what's right. What if I get everything I want, right? What if they are my counterpart? Like, what if they are gonna be genuine and love me genuinely? You know, like that's the type of thinking you gotta have. And if there is a chance that they do not end up being your partner, honestly, for whoever I'm talking to, if this thing doesn't come together, it's because you walked away. And I'm just being real. That's why it came up so many different times when it came to a choice for you, because it's like shit not gonna be fucked up for you if you walk away from them, but at the same time you're gonna meet somebody else, because God is put, like, you're meant to meet your counterpart. You're meant to be with your counterpart. Like that's, you know, that's the energy. So, you know, just go with the flow, and it gets nerve-wracking. Listen, okay, it gets nerve-wracking with individuals that are committed to, you know, you. Yeah. For someone, you only in solitude because you don't want to deal with a liar. You don't want to deal with somebody being all mysterious and having secrets and all of that bullshit. But it's like that's literally not the energy. That's just, you know, some past shit. Okay? You dealt with somebody that had a lot of secrets, and you know they made it off as if they were very emotionally intelligent, and you realize, you know, they weren't really emotionally intelligent. They had a toxic ego, but at the same time, like, you know that. Ooh, you know that now. You see the signs now, and you're not about to ignore no red flags neither. So if someone is not showing you red flags, just go with the flow. Do what feels good. All right, because God is not gonna forsake you, and you feel me, you have harmony. Because even with the Empress and the Hierophant, this individual has intuition as well. They follow their intuition as well, but they're not like into, like, it's like it's like this individual is being divinely guided. Like they believe in God, but they're probably not so like spiritual. Like you see how you watch like a tarot reading, they probably don't watch tarot readings, but they probably, you know, read their Bible. They get angel numbers, you know what I'm saying, see their signs and stuff like that. So yeah, but you guys are definitely, yeah, Two of Cups. Okay, it's definitely like counterparts. It's definitely like, you know, a twin flame or soulmate connection. And for somebody, it feels so good. And when you get home, you probably just be nervous or get off the phone or whatever. You just nervous because you see how great something could be, and you could be a little afraid of like how much, like how, you know, being vulnerable. There's always the chance of getting hurt. Okay, but that's what it's called about, you know, taking a leap of faith. Like literally. Like, do you have faith that things are going to work out? Do you have faith that you're going to get all the things that you want? So now you putting that into action. It's one thing to say it, but it's one thing to move like that. Okay? Because there's literally no red flag. Yeah, it's literally your emotions. All right? It's just emotional. All right? It's just some anxiety. It's just some fears. But that can easily be shifted by, like, literally just viewing this as an opportunity to grow. All right? For someone, it definitely came out strong with like the not feeling like you had enough. You didn't have enough money. Like maybe your counterpart could have a huge family and maybe you done cut off your toxic family, right? Maybe you could be somebody, like maybe you could be a single parent and that individual doesn't have, like at the end of the day, like they want to invest in you, like regardless, and y'all gonna help each other grow. So you gotta have faith that that's what's gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, like you're doing much better than you think. You know, you're doing much better than you think you are. You don't have nobody for it. I feel you. Listen, I came from when I say a toxic ass family, toxic as hell. Like, I'm only in contact with my brother, and he's my younger brother. But like we didn't really grow up together for real, so we not all that close, but that's still my brother, you feel me? Like that's the only family member that I'll be talking to, because everybody else, they either got it's not even animosity, it's weird ass childhood trauma shit, you know, family secrets, when you the one that let the family secret be known. Like that's the type of energy. Don't feel embarrassed. I used to feel that way too, but at the end of the day, you're not a part of that no more. You got you got away from the bullshit. So don't be embarrassed. Be proud that you're not stuck in a toxic cycle, that you broke a generational curse, that you're not codependent on individuals that didn't help your life in no way. You get what I'm saying? You survived it. Think of it as what is it? A phoenix rising from the ashes. You know what I'm saying? Think of it as that. The positives in it is you're so strong. You know what not to deal with. You know what I'm saying? You know what not to just let happen. You know? Yeah, 10 of swords, okay? It's about closure. You're able to cut shit off, you know? Never be embarrassed about what you got away from, period. You should be embarrassed if you're still in the circus. You feel me? You not walking back to the circus. You don't miss being in the circus. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. I'd rather have one genuine person next to me than a million motherfuckers that really don't fuck with me like that. Like, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Because if I would have stayed in contact, like even with my parents, if I would have stayed in contact with my parents, I would have been embarrassed as fuck. Because if I got with somebody and introduced them, they would just be like, what the fuck? Nah, I don't want them to think I'm condoning none of that bullshit. Hell nah. I don't want them thinking that, oh, when I reach a certain age, I'm going to be like that. Hell nah. Hell to the motherfuck nah. I'm good on that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. And it took me a long time of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, till I realized, like, nah, I gotta stand on business about me. Because for me, it was a big thing with my kids. Because they seeing how people treat me and how I treat them. You get what I'm saying? So they know to stand on business about how they feel. You know? Yeah, 9 of Cups. Like through this ending or whatever, or the closure that you're receiving from the Most High, it's leading to wish fulfillment. But you got to practice gratitude. Thank you, God, for showing me who I needed to get away from, because you chose. You feel me? God showed you, but you chose to walk away. God didn't make you walk away from nothing. All God do is open your eyes. You get what I'm saying? God chose you to take this path because your goal is this wish fulfillment. And a big part of your goal as well is you being wish fulfillment. for someone else, like someone viewing you as wish fulfillment, that's gonna love you and nurture you. And it's not just romantic too, it's romantic platonic. You get what I'm saying? You have a toxic family that you walked away from, you're gonna meet individuals that you could call family. Your divine partner could have a good family, and that's your family. You get what I'm saying? It don't matter about the blood. If I was so pressed about who's sharing blood with me, I would be sick. Because when I say I have a big ass family, I got a big ass family all over the world. But what I'm not going to do is be in circles with people that will protect a predator. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have my kids go through that. Because the issue in my family was the patriarch was doing that to generations. And I had to stop that because that shit was not happening with my kids. I'm not seeing y'all for the holidays. I'm not going on vacations with you because this person did this to this kid. This person did that to that kid. But you still got this motherfucker around. Hell no. And to this day, shit is still going on. They still around them. They throw Christmas at the person's house. You get what I'm... Hell no. Fuck out of here. And I got a boy and a girl. You get what I'm saying? And that's for my own personal peace. Because I know my kids is going to be straight. But my thing is, I'm very protective. So my mom told me about who was abusing her, but then she had me around the person that abused her, and I wanted to protect my mom. But I know if I protect my mom, she's going to get mad at me, and she did. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I had to put my cape up because you're not going to attack me because I care about you. How that work? You get what I'm saying? I'm protecting you because I love you, but you don't even love yourself enough. I'm good on that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You're on a new journey, and everything new is going to make you a little bit nervous. What happened? The laptop is not working, Sage. I don't know the password, girl.
I want to pretend that.
No, we can't pretend on that laptop because that actually works. Go do that on the black one that doesn't turn on. You could go pretend on the black laptop.
The black one can turn on too. Just needs to charge.
No, it doesn't. Well, try it then. Well, no. I'm charging my phone.
And it's the black charger, the long.
That charger does not work no more. So you could pretend, just like you said you was gonna pretend on that one, you could pretend on the other laptop, but you're not pretending on my MacBook. I'm sorry. Go pretend on the black one.
MacBook?
That's called a MacBook. Yes. I paid $1,200 for that laptop. Cash.
Well.
Cash. Add the cash. Wasn't no credit. I paid cash for that. You're not playing with that. Go play with the black one. Okay?
Can I have a turn on the iPad?
You let him be on there by himself. Y'all was never supposed to play no games or nothing.
It's because my belly hurted.
Okay, but now go down there and y'all could share it and watch it together. It was never no turns happening with it tonight. So go ahead. Go watch it with him. You're okay. We could do that tomorrow. Tonight, that was not happening tonight. That's what I'm saying. How is that unfair? Okay, that's because you walked away. Nobody told you to do that. Okay, Sage, then don't drink soda so fast and your belly won't hurt, okay? Your belly hurt because you was drinking the soda fast. And I tell you every day, you don't have to eat fast nor drink fast, okay? Okay, so for someone that I'm talking to, like, you are on a new journey and you're gonna feel nervous. But remember those butterflies you used to have in the past? You're kind of feeling that, okay? And you're scared because you haven't felt those butterflies in a while. Maybe at one point them butterflies was bats and then they died. And now the butterflies have emerged again, okay? So, you know, just make sense of your feelings. Pretty much. I be having to do it too, all right? Because I be overthinking sometimes. You feel me? I be having a little bit of anxiety, and sometimes I be a little dramatic. I ain't gonna hold you. I be extremely dramatic, okay? And sometimes, you know, it's kind of nerve-wracking or whatever, but at the same time, like, you still gotta feel your feelings.
It died earlier.
Where's he at?
Zion's going to sleep because it died earlier.
He in his bed?
Yep.
Okay. Go plug it up so it could charge. Here.
This is kind of wiggly.
Stop touching it. That's why, you know what? Plug it in and go lay down. Go pee and then go lay down. Ugh. When I say they be destroying every electronic, like, it's insane. And then they be asking me for my phone. Absolutely not. All right. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. For somebody, it's like you kind of could be blocking out individuals that say that they want to have a good time with you, right? Individuals that say that they want friendship with you. And you might be feeling like, damn, maybe I'm blocking out individuals that would be good for me. No. If you meet somebody and your first thought is, fuck no, go away. Because it's something that your intuition picked up on. All right? But if an individual offers you a friendship or something and you're like, maybe, that's when you could see where something goes. You get what I'm saying? Because for someone, it's like you meet people and it's either one way or the other, where I'm not sure or hell no. Okay? Whenever it's a hell no, just hell no, let it go. Pretty much, okay? Because it's a reason why you feel like that. And it's not to say they don't have the best intentions, but they'll disturb your peace in some type of way where you'll have to walk away anyway. But this is something that you already know. Especially when it comes to committing to things. Yeah, 9 of Swords, okay? It came out on the side now. All right? So you're definitely looking forward. All right? So just keep focusing on balance. Okay. Is this back? Okay. My bad. So Duolingo has this thing where it will cut off my phone until I do a lesson. So I had to do my Duolingo lesson. So I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna do some closing messages and then I'm gonna get out of here because it stopped kind of abruptly and I don't remember what I was saying. But this reading was actually really good by even seeing like the spread that I got, like for real. This is really good energy. It's definitely the energy of someone is where something is moving forward, but you could just be doubting. But it's like there's a lot of honesty being had. So you're definitely moving in the right direction because you're asking questions now. You're not just going off of emotion. And that could also be the energy of you like processing just your emotions about what's happening, what's going on, why am I feeling like this and stuff like that. That's a huge part of healing and following your intuition, right? Because you're not just like a slave to your emotions. You feel me? So that's definitely really good energy. I'm going to pull some oracles. And then we're gonna clarify with some tarot. I'm just shuffling up a bit. Oh wait, I meant to put this down so y'all could see a little bit. This thing gonna fall. Hold up. Alright, that's the best I could do. Alrighty. So now I'm just shuffling up a bit. And I'm gonna do some closing messages. So I'm going to do a full, that's just to clear the energy out all the way, especially because my video, like, it cut off. Well, not cut off, but like Duolingo be wilding because why would you close out everything until I do a lesson? Like, don't force me. Queen of Pentacles. Came out on the side. That's funny. Alrighty. All right. Oh, see, I picked it up and this was the card on top. You are the magic. New love making its way towards you. That's what I've been saying. All right, what else do I need to know? Go with the flow. Y'all see? Listen, when I tell y'all stuff, I don't be just chatting just to chat, okay? The cards come through every time to confirm my channeled messages. Like, it's a method to this shit. Listen, they're insecure. So that could be the energy, you know, somebody wants to love you. You're being called to go with the flow about it. They could be a little insecure, and it could be regarding to their finances or something. But I'm going to use the tarot to clarify. I'm going to use my moon deck because this is like a grounding type of energy. Hold on, y'all. I'm thirsty. Oh, and also, for someone, if you've been feeling really exhausted, take some vitamin D supplements. Take some iron pills. And my blood pressure been high, and I've been like, you know what? Let me fix my, my diet and all that. But my blood pressure was still high. I finally got some blood pressure medication, and yesterday I took it for the first time, and I had a headache the whole day. But today, I can't lie, I feel I don't feel like I have to push so hard to like do regular stuff. And I realized, damn, I haven't felt this way in a long time. So for someone, your blood pressure could be high, okay? Because I was like, I feel anxiety, but it's not like the anxiety that outside influences or overthinking about other stuff. It was like internal, and I'm like, what's going on? And the whole time it's my blood pressure, because today I took it and I don't feel those effects. And then when I looked it up, it's like, it lowers the blood pressure. So my body was adjusting to it. That's why I had headaches the whole day. So for someone, you're really being called to like, take some vitamins, take some vitamin D. And vitamin D also helps with depression and stuff like that. Like, even you could be out in the sun, but sometimes you need more than that, right? Being out in the sun, yes, that can help, but you might need that little extra boost, extra push. Take some vitamins, okay? That can help a lot, especially for my peoples that's, over 30. You get what I'm saying? Like, we sometimes need them extra vitamins. Yes, we eating healthy, but we need even more of those nutrients, okay? So for someone, that's definitely significant. And I know that was kind of random, but it's random. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I split the deck at Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, but my hands was moving faster than my brain, and it's in there, so it might come out again. Yeah, I had the Lovers and the Sun, and the Lovers actually fell out, so I'm gonna keep it, okay? But yeah, somebody could be expressing themselves to you, okay? They might be expressing themselves that they love you. They might be expressing themselves that, they want something with you. They want to have a bond with you, and they could be feeling a little bit insecure. If that insecurity is coming up as your energy, you're being called to pay attention to the blessings that are around you, and that will help offset that energy, okay? Like I was saying, when it comes to you being in solitude, somebody, you're going from solitude to being with a counterpart, okay? Literally, I'm not making it up, okay? Y'all saw me shuffle, so y'all know I'm not playing. Literally. All right, and it fell on top of the Lovers card. the sun. It fell on top of the Lover's card. So for someone, you have love that's either making its way towards you, or it's something that is here in the now. So just make sure that the communication is there, okay? It is absolutely romantic, okay? I'm not deluluing or whatever they be calling it. I'm not doing that. All right. Ace of Swords did come out in reverse, so there's definitely some confusion that's happening in the background, and it has to do with someone expressing how they feel and how they don't want new beginnings. So somebody could be in the process of making endings in order to come through with this romantic offer, and it also could be someone could have past people that they not dealing with no more. You feel me? People that they had a situation with or was talking to, and they see that somebody wants to come towards you and they feel away, or somebody could be expressing that like, hey, I don't, I don't want that, right? And that could be like kind of being projected onto you as self-doubt, because it's individuals that don't want you to have that, but it's being manifested into your life, okay? There's individuals that, they in their feelings, but at the same time, like, let's not focus on that. All right? Because right now your dreams are coming true, and you have some quality individuals in your life now, or that are going to be coming in super soon. All right? For someone, you've been struggling with anxiety, and I pulled, this is my third time going through the decks, and Nine of Swords finally came out in reverse, okay? I was determined to clear this energy up. So you're going to be feeling a breath of fresh air soon, all right? Just make sure that you're taking time to yourself, but not over, like you're not overly doing that, right? And when I say not overly doing that, like, don't be pushing individuals away that really do want to work with you, okay? Just communicate that, hey, today is a self-care day, right? If it's your job, I'm gonna just take a mental health day, all right? Like, that's the type of energy, and that's also gonna help you ground, okay? With this Eight of Swords energy, whoever it is just trying to block whatever romance or love that's coming your way, or that is already here for you, it's being blocked. They're being blocked, and they're going through mental turmoil in their dream state. King of Pentacles came out. Page of Wands came out. So someone is taking a chance on someone, and it also could be a chance with finances. Like I said, somebody could be saving up to give you a romantic offer. Somebody could be saving up to take you on a date. If someone, you talking to somebody and you like, why they didn't ask me out on no date yet, it's because they saving up to give you the date they feel like you deserve. Like I said, somebody think, or you probably are, like, you could be somebody that's real fancy, you feel me? Like, you want to go somewhere where y'all got to get dressed up to the nines. You get what I'm saying? Somebody saving up for that outfit, for that date. They want to be able to take you out. Like, somebody, they might feel like they got to lay it on real thick. Yeah, with this Ten of Swords energy, it's definitely the energy of you are going to be getting a lot of closure, and be certain of these signs and things that's happening to you, that's God giving you a chance to have closure by you experiencing the real version of it, right? So if you had a pattern of experiencing karmic connections, karmic loves, you felt like this was true love and it didn't end up being like that, God is about to show you what it is for real, like what it feels like for somebody to actually value you instead of just love bombing you and making you feel like that. And that's going to help your intuition to become even stronger, especially about things that you could be thinking about doing, okay? Because it'll be wish fulfillment. Okay, there's also this energy of you being in the spotlight as wish fulfillment. Like I said, it's somebody that really, they view you in a romantic way, and that's a part of your judgment. There's also an ending that somebody could have made recently, okay? Whatever this ending was and whatever they did because they was mad that you cut them off, they are under heavy judgment, and God is keeping them occupied by being tormented with the demons that they tried to send towards you. That's why they can't fuck with you no more. They're gonna stop bothering you while you follow your instincts and move on to this new beginning without a fucking hitch, okay? The only thing that's affecting you right now is a little bit of insecurity, and it's okay. Give yourself a break. It's okay. We all got a little bit of insecurities, but remember, when you have insecurity, that's an opportunity for growth. All right, realize that they meeting me where I'm at in the now, so I'm good now. I'm gonna keep improving, but I'm still good where I'm at in the now. You get what I'm saying? Devil card fell on top of Ace of Pentacles, so definitely could be an individual that has like toxic thoughts. Four of Wands came out on the side, so somebody could have had relationships in the past that was kind of like they moved kind of toxic. I can't lie, they moved kind of toxic. Ten of Cups on the side, but they weren't happy doing it, and it didn't feel good, and they probably was doing that for a while, and they realized, you know what, I don't really want to do that shit no more, and yeah, and they're not. Ace of Wands, very intentional type of energy. Okay, so this is also the energy of not judging someone based off of their past. Okay, it could be someone as to where they have friends that are like very possessive over them, and that could also be the, you know, toxic type of energy that could be coming up as well. And it's the energy of they're exhausted with the shit, they're not fucking with it, mainly because they're curious about you. Okay, and that also could be having the energy kind of like, oh, what's going on, because somebody wants to keep someone to themselves, but they don't realize like, hey, you're a friend, you know, they're not romantically interested in them, so you don't have to worry about that. Six of Cups came out on the side, so someone is definitely making peace with their inner child and realizing that something is not okay. With this Three of Pentacles energy, it has to do with working like in some type of group or team dynamic, but it's going to lead to a lot of good things to happen. Okay, there's a lot of good fortune that is happening. It's a lot of things happening in this energy. It's very powerful. Okay, and you're standing your ground, they're standing their ground and stuff like that, so that's really good. With this Five of Pentacles energy, is definitely an individual that is feeling excluded at this time. The star fell on top of it. So like I said, for someone, stop being so hard on yourself when it comes to being perfect, when it comes to feeling like you need to be excluded. You are separate from the crowd. You stand above the crowd. You're the star, so you're never going to fit in. You are so unique and so beautiful that you can't fade into the background, boo. Literally, you have love coming your way. Yep, Knight of Swords. You have love coming your way. There's some type of truth coming towards you. And it's going to be very intentional. You're not going to be like, oh, is it that? Could they have meant that? No, it's going to be straight cut to the motherfucking point. I'm not making it up. All right, forward momentum is something that's going to heal you emotionally when it comes to working with others, and then also remaining grounded. And for someone, you've done a lot of work to be grounded, so it's nothing that can fuck that up. You have a strong foundation. You are very like stable, especially coming out of a cycle where you dealt with a lot of like liars. Okay, you dealt with a lot of individuals that lied to get what they wanted, and it could have been family, it could have been individuals that like you didn't think you would ever have to cut them off, and you was like, bitch, I gotta cut you the fuck off. And now you building up your confidence. Okay, and it also took a lot of confidence for you to walk away from that. Justice with this Hangman energy, it was your justice to let go of these toxic individuals, because God was showing you that you deserve better. Queen of Wands in reverse, it could have been like a toxic feminine that was very much so in their ego, and you took a step back, and then you ended up just cutting them off completely. That was the best thing you could have did, because it helped you to have a good routine and be consistent when it came to practicing tough love, knowing what tough love is, right? And then it's also putting that into work with your emotional stability as to where you're practicing tough love while being emotionally stable. And I could use that as the example of like you setting a boundary, but you don't have to go off, you don't have to scream, yeah, go crazy, you feel me? Like you still able to chill, but you able to let somebody know, hey, I'm not to be fucked with. All right, so those are definitely the lessons that you've learned, especially with dealing with a lot of the toxicity that you went through in the past. And now everything that you're happening, everything that you let me slow down. Everything that will be happening for you moving forward, it's going to do nothing but make your intuition get even stronger, okay? For you to stand more in your power and believe in yourself more and more, okay? And that is something huge when it comes to healing your inner child, because you realize that you have a choice, right? You're going to be making these choices, and it's going to help you. Every choice that you make is moving you closer to the goal that you want at the end of the day, regardless if you're walking towards something or walking away from something, all right? You're discovering your potential, and that's something that you're learning as well when it comes to healing, from realizing like, damn, I really was under the illusion. You was, but you got out of the illusion. So start thinking of how you got out of the illusion and stop putting yourself back in the illusion, okay? That it also helps when it comes to the things that you could be overthinking, right? When I was talking about journaling and things like that, that helps to cleanse your energy as well, okay? We got the Strength card and the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Whatever it is that you're focusing on is what is going to be manifested. So focus on your strength, focus on self-control, focus on believing in yourself. Those are the things that are going to help you to manifest more and more what you want to come in. What you focus on is what's being manifested. All right, so if you're focused on being honest, you're going to manifest honesty to come towards you. If you're focusing on love, you're going to have love comes towards you. But it's on the flip side. If you're focused on insecurities, you're going to attract a bunch of insecure ass energies and shit that's going to make you feel insecure. So focus on Focus on the high vibrational things, all right? Because with this Six of Pentacles energy, you have somebody that wants to give to you, okay? But you also have to be in the energy of receiving as well, okay? Stop pushing away individuals that are being genuine with you just because you're scared because some bullshit happened in the past. Don't make a new person pay for the bullshit that a past person did. They're not the same person. You know that, all right? That's what they want. Don't do that. Page of Pentacles, all right? It could be a financial opportunity. It could be a new person. It could be some new feelings you have going on that you could be processing. Don't compare it to the past, all right? Because who you were in the past in that situation, you didn't have as much confidence. You didn't have as much faith. You didn't pray as much. There was a lot of things that you wasn't doing back then, and you have a lot of wisdom now. It's a lot of lessons you have learned. It's a lot of shit that you have overcame and got to this point. So look, meet yourself in the now, okay? Let's focus on being more present, okay? Yeah. All right. And it's through the actions that you're taking. Okay. It's through you going towards the things that you are passionate about and the things that are passionate about you. It's about taking action. Okay. And then it's also about having this energy of being a little self-centered, but not self-centered in a low vibrational way, but realizing if it doesn't make me happy, it don't deserve to be around me. If it doesn't bring me peace, it don't deserve to be in my presence. That's the type of energy, okay? Reclaiming your power. That is also going to help you move on from any bullshit somebody tries to bring your way. With this Two of Pentacles energy, you are definitely multitasking. I could be talking to somebody, you got a lot of stuff on your plate. Keep doing the damn thing. You're doing a good job. Just make sure that you're taking the time to rest, okay? Even if it's one day a week that you taking to rest and relax, do that. For somebody, you might have more freedom to where it's like you 1 hour a day. You get what I'm saying? Take some time to rest, okay? Yeah, that's going to help you to avoid and find balance in whatever conflicts could be happening, either in the background or in front of you. It could be around you or something or whatever, but somebody's just going through a tower and they want to involve you in it, but you're not going to be, you're not going to be in the tower. Somebody is losing it because that's crazy. That card just flew like that or whatever. But yeah, you're closing out of a cycle. So somebody's going to have the opportunity to walk away from somebody that's kind of toxic because they're going through towers and they're going to try to like project that onto you. And it's definitely giving the energy of somebody just calling you and it's always something horrible they have going on and you give them advice. They don't follow it. Then they call you and cry, ask for advice. And it's a toxic cycle. So you're going to end up cutting them the fuck off. That's going to lead to a victory for you because whoever that is, they're envious of you and they just want to call you to complain, to dull your fucking day or your moment or whatever the fuck. But it's a victory being had. We got the Empress and the King of Wands. This came up earlier. Okay, I could be talking to a divine feminine and you could be dating a masculine that is going to step into divine masculine energy in order to meet you where you are, okay, for someone that's significant. And then we have Five of Wands and Eight of Wands. So for someone, you're enjoying your journey. That's why mess is going to come your way, okay? Remember, energy, it can't be destroyed nor created, simply transferred from one party to the next. So you're focusing on the individuals that are focused on enjoyment, not mess, okay? And I'm going to say it again. You need to be watching tarot readings from light workers. Okay, stop watching the readings about the past. Stop watching the readings about your ex. Start watching readings that have to do with divine feminine, divine masculine, light worker type of energy. The type of readers that are talking to you about you. The majority of the reading, yes, karmic energy comes up sometimes. Okay, but at the same time, it's not heavily only focused on that. All right, so start searching that. Okay, for someone, you probably be on like shorts or something and you just be scrolling, watching like the little 3-minute readings or whatever. Be careful with that shit because like I said, a lot of them want the views, okay, and they build you up to break you the fuck down. So you have to pay attention to that as well. Practice discernment, okay? Not every reader is a light worker, okay? And you're in the energy as to where you need a light worker to get your messages from because it's about you and what you're focusing on, like I said, okay? So this was definitely a really good reading. I'm not even gonna lie, I really liked it. It was definitely a lot of messages from this reading. I'm gonna actually, when I upload it, I'm gonna actually watch this over again for myself as well, because a lot of this about when it comes to, you know, whoever, it's like, be more present, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry so much. Don't worry if something gonna go bad. Just think about if something is gonna go great. All right, especially when it comes to, if you do start to worry, if you do start to overthink and stuff like that. For somebody, you could be somebody that be worrying a lot. Literally, you probably need to just take some vitamin D, take some take take a daily vitamin, take an iron fucking pill. And somebody got high blood pressure, so you need to take high blood pressure medication. No, you ain't been eating no salt for real, but that shit don't help after a while. Because I can't lie, I fixed my diet for a whole fucking year and my shit was still high. All right, and I took my little medicine and I feel like my brain, if it just feels so clearer. Okay, and I'm only been, today's my second day. All right, so for someone, that's definitely the advice that I'm gonna give, because I'm a, you know what I'm saying, as I learn shit on my journey, like, I'm gonna fuck with y'all and help y'all, give y'all guidance. Okay, so it's definitely the energy of knowing that you are the magic. Okay, just know that love is coming towards you. You're being called to go with the flow of life. Okay, moving with love. All right, because you are the fulfillment, you are the blessing, and you are also worthy of all the blessings coming your way. Okay, for someone, don't worry so much about the money. All right, worry about the shit that you can't take with you when you die. All right, when it comes to healing your soul, healing your heart, the money gonna come. The money gonna come. God gonna always make a way. Okay, because whoever I'm talking to, you watching me, you on Wi-Fi, so that means you got something. You get what I'm saying? So start to appreciate what you do have. Okay, we don't have everything in the world, but we gonna get it one day. You feel me? Especially when it comes to joy, when it comes to happiness, when it comes to success, it's coming for you. Why wouldn't you get it? You get what I'm saying? For someone, definitely nurture yourself. Okay, nurture yourself. Be patient with yourself when it comes to your emotional stability about any endings. For someone, you could be, you know, a little bit triggered because you have past people coming back or whatever. Somebody, you probably need to just change your number. Okay, because the text messages, the random phone calls is messing with you a little bit. Okay, so you might need to change your number. For someone, you might need to make your page private for a couple days, or go and block some people. You feel me? Like, sometimes you do gotta do it. Not forever, but you do gotta do it. Like me personally, I felt myself being triggered, and I had a bunch of bullshit with people watching me and messaging me and just being nosy, and I deactivated Facebook and Instagram. Okay, and like, I feel better. Like, it's cool. You feel me? Like, it's definitely the energy of someone. Maybe you need to downsize your social media platforms. You get what I'm saying? If you have like 5 profiles, maybe downsize it to like 2 profiles. Okay, so you're not just, it's a lot going on. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, for someone, you're definitely moving in the right direction. Just, you know, take the extra time to nurture yourself and realize that nobody is perfect. Okay, and the individuals that's gonna love you, they're gonna love you whether you dressed up to the nines, or if you got, you know what I'm saying, if you meet your partner at the Family Dollar with them sweatpants that got a stain on it. Like, like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Okay, and they not gonna care so much about you being perfect. You get what I'm saying? Remember, it's, y'all got the rest of y'all life together. If they can't accept you where you are in the now, they don't deserve you for where you going. All right, somebody got a commitment coming their way, or you could be in a commitment now, or you could be, feeling like that's what it could be, because someone's showing you, yeah, because someone's showing you like consistency. Okay, so take that, keep yourself in the energy of receiving, because you have discernment, you protecting yourself. But for someone, it's no red flags around you. Like, there's no red flags that's happening with this individual. Okay, and you are viewing them as a form of good karma, but you could have anxiety because you're like, oh my gosh, these feelings are new. Yes, but these are good feelings that are new. Okay, so make sure that you're acknowledging that these are good feelings. Okay, get to the root of any feeling that happens, whether it's happiness, whether it's excitement, whether it's sadness. You might feel, you know how some people feel so happy that they cry? Sometimes you shedding tears because you're grateful to be here, to be surviving. And sometimes you make some sense of it, and your anxiety make you think, oh, I'm crying because I'm sad. But if you shed tears and it's out of nowhere and you're not even sad, that's releasing. That's releasing energy. I had that happen to me a couple weeks ago. I was getting my kids ready to go to the park, and I randomly started shedding tears, and I'm like, yo, what's happening? I'm not even sad. And I realized, like, no, this moment that's happening right now is a moment that I pray for. Start doing that. Start doing that more and more. All right? Start noticing that you're having emotions, but it's not tied to negativity like it was in the past. All right, that is also something that's going to help shift your perspective when it comes to being more present. Not everything is tied to the past. That's why I said when it comes to readings, like you stop watching the ones that's so focused on the fucking past and what the ex is thinking or what they thinking or what the fuck what they thinking. You don't even talk to them no more. So what the fuck is the point of watching a reading of what they thinking about you? You know they hating or whatever. Let's focus on you know what I'm saying. Let's focus on the forward momentum. Let's focus on us managing our emotions and our feelings and being grounded, right? And listening to readers that are grounded them fucking selves. Okay, so for someone, just realize that you are powerful and you are healing. Okay, there's nobody that is all the way healed, no matter how perfect the video look. Okay, no matter how perfect they may seem. Okay, so yeah, this was a really good message. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. Like, I do have a video that I posted a few days ago. There might be some messages for you in that video, but I can't lie, I was clearing up a lot of, like, not a lot of karmic energy, because there was some counterpart energy that came up. But if you wanted a little more details as to what's going on in that energy, like around that individual, you definitely could watch that video. If you are wondering, like, I have some twin flame messages on my profile. I have a lot of videos. Choose whatever is resonating for you. But I also have a lot of divine feminine, divine masculine readings, and then I also have a lot of divine collective readings. Okay, because for whoever's watching me right now, you are divine feminine, divine masculine, divine collective. Okay, and a lot of the collective energy is not resonating for you no more. Yes, it's things that you might want to know, but to be real, you don't need to know it. You need to know the divine collective messages, because it's in the present. It's not so much focused on the past or focused on the karmics in your energy. Okay, we're focusing on the high vibrational individuals that's in your energy. Okay, the ones that are healing just like you, that are genuine just like you. All right, and that's also going to help you to be more confident and not like be so hard on yourself. Okay, especially if it's a situation that doesn't work out how you thought it would work out. You get what I'm saying? Because things aren't perfect, but there's definitely a lot of grounding energy with this King of Pentacles. So we got Queen and King. So I definitely cleared it up for you both, for divine feminine and divine masculine. So I am gonna get out of here. Also, I do go live on TikTok. To be real, I'm still deciding, like, in the now, if I'm gonna go live. It's honestly looking like I'm not. Yeah, it's 12:34, 1 2 3 4. So I got the message out for you guys. So I will be going live on TikTok tomorrow, so you could go ahead and follow me on there at Max Tarot if you're interested in hearing that message. Or I'll just catch you in the next one on here. Okay, continue to live in love and light. Bye.